Yeah. Sacrifice was the highest form of love, but nobody ever asked who was loving us. Ladies, this one's for every mother, every daughter, every woman who disappeared trying to save everybody else. It's time to come home. I love me. Finally I can breathe. I ain't gotta die to prove what you mean to me. I choose peace. I choose boundaries. Privacy ain't selfish. It's protecting me. Say it louder. I love me. I love me. My soul ain't public property. I love me. I love me. A queen deserves security. Yeah. I carry generations all across my back. Held the house together while the world collapsed. Smiled through depression, cooked through the pain. Still they expected sunshine while I danced in the rain. Every phone call, every the emergency. Everybody's crisis somehow belonged to me. Lost my reflection, forgot my own name. Being strong shouldn't mean living in chains. See, a woman ain't an open book for public consumption. We deserve locked doors, closed curtains, sacred discussions. Yeah, not every blessing belongs online. Not every scar deserves a timeline. My healing, my children, my marriage, my prayers. Some things belong between me and the Creator. No more guilt, no more shame. I'm done apologizing for protecting my flame. I love me. Finally I can breathe. I ain't gotta die to prove what you mean to me. I choose peace. I choose boundaries. Privacy ain't selfish. It's protecting me. I love me. I love me. I love me. My soul ain't public property. I love me. I love me. A queen deserves security. Being a mama don't erase the woman. Still got dreams, still got purpose, still becoming. They celebrate exhaustion like it's some gold medal. Meanwhile, our mental health gets buried with the shovel. Normalize saying I'm unavailable. Normalize protecting your calendar. Normalize therapy. Normalize vacation. Normalize silence. Normalize saying no without writing a dissertation. My body ain't community property. My time ain't community property. My peace ain't community property. My children ain't content. My life ain't entertainment. The strongest woman ain't the loudest. She's the one who learned. Not everybody deserves access. Boundaries don't make me cold. They make me cold. Hey, privacy don't mean I'm hiding. It means I'm healing. Self-love ain't arrogance. It's survival. Hey, it's survival. It's beautiful on me. Teach little girls that love starts inside, not inside likes, followers, validation, or somebody else's eye. Teach little boys that a woman's no needs no explanation. Teach our daughters their worth ain't negotiable. Teach our sons protection ain't control. Healthy love leaves room to breathe. Real love respects privacy. Strong love protects identity. That's the revolution. I love me. Say it with your chest. No guilt left. I survived every battle they never saw. That's my greatest reward. Privacy, peace, purpose, power, mama, daughter. I choose me. I love me. Because when I love me, everybody around me, it's a healthier version of me. Yeah. I love me. I love me. I love me. I love me. They got people forgetting folks in unit. That part. Every laugh ain't harmless. Every post ain't just jokes. Some people smiling online, crying in real life. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Why you tearing people down for fun? Why? You don't know what they carry when the camera done. Broken souls throw stones and hide their hands. Cowards in comment sections playing God again. Karma don't miss. No, karma don't miss. And healing's still possible too. So either spread love or watch life humble you. Yeah. YouTube streets messy, everybody got a target. Creators throwing dirt like hate became a market. Mocking people daily, that spirit look haunted. Tell me who raised y'all, this behavior garbage. Laughing at depression, exposing folks' trauma. Then next shock when tragedy follow behind you. The evil energy, boomerang proper. Come on, pull up silent like a midnight robber. And honestly, do you watch my live? I talk truth, pain, growth, tears, real vibes. Not everybody built for the games online. Some folks want insult from losing their mind. That's fake, no cap. Y'all did the humiliation. Every live stream feel like public execution. Views over souls, cloud over humans. Then wonder why the whole world mentally ruined. Somebody mama crying at night. Somebody daughter hurt inside. Somebody praying not to give up while bullets screenshot painful like shame on you. Shame. You need healing too. Only damaged people wake up daily, trying to damage others too. Enough is enough. Why you tearing people down for fun? Tearing them down. You don't know what they fighting when the live stream done. Let me know. Keyboard killers acting tough online. Whole time spiritually broken inside. Karma don't miss no. Karma don't skip souls either. Every hateful seed gon' meet the reaper. So to the hurt and bully people, listen close. You matter more than these demons online. These chicks bitter, these dudes weird. Obsessed every day, like why you still here? Refreshing my page while pretending you don't care. Whole personality built off hate and fear. Talk slick online, real life timid. Broken inside, everybody can feel it. Projecting their wounds while the comments all cheering. That ain't straight, baby, that sickness concealed. And I said what I said. Yeah, some of these creators need therapy bad. Not another live stream drag. Not another fake outrage cash grab scam. Y'all bully for a living, that's sad. Spirit look bankrupt, dusty and mad. And the people encouraging it just is trash. Laugh now, karma got a long memory past. Because words cut deep, so deep. And some people never recover. To everybody bullied online, you are not weak because you hurt. You are not crazy because you feel pain. And don't let these empty souls convince you your life got no value. The loudest bullies usually fighting demons they never healed from. That ain't an excuse, but it's the truth. And to the bullies, get help, seriously. This obsession with tearing strangers apart every day, that ain't normal. Enough is enough. We need love more than ever now. More than ever. Too many souls out here barely hanging on somehow. No more glorifying painful views. No more clowning her forever new. No more mob attacks for entertainment. That darkness got consequences too. Karma don't miss. Karma don't miss. And healing's still possible too. So either spread love or watch life humble you. Before it's too late.
Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl Golden. We are back, y'all, with another live. Happy Saturday, everybody. Happy Saturday. It is a bit early here, about 10:22 a.m. So we getting started early Eastern time. And I am here with my lovely co-host again, Imani. And we're gonna be finishing up. This is the final part, the part 3 of the conversation with Angie Martinez and Nia Long, and Angie Martinez and Queen Latifah. Before we get into that, y'all, and into the topics and watch some of the videos together, I'm gonna go ahead and welcome you up, Imani. What's going on, girl? How's your day? How's the weather? You got any plans on this Saturday?
Yeah, I've got some plans to go out later. The weather is hot as it's been all week. I'll be going out later to see some friends, and one of them's having a barbecue, so that should be good. Yeah, apart from that, it's 3:23 p.m. here, and it's quiet. It's quiet, although it's hot. It's quiet. I think a lot of people are avoiding going out in the heat of the day. But apart from that, everything's okay.
Okay, well that sounds good. Yeah, girl. I had to get started early. Because yeah, I got the dates that I'm going on with. I'm getting out of the house too, getting out, get some sunlight, get a little something, something to eat, something like that. A cute little date day. But yeah, the weather here is actually it's a little gloomy right now, but it is early. So usually the sun and stuff and the heat really start kicking off around noon here, Eastern time, where I'm at in the Carolinas. So I think it's going to be a nice warm day. Um, but yeah, right now it's the sun is kind of on one side, so it looks a little bit gloomy out. But I can see it; it's peeking through. But anyway, before we get into our content for this live, do we have any housekeeping to do, or you have a few things you want to share?
Yeah, I watched actually Sammy this morning on her channel. Just call me Sammy, and she was talking about her breakup, and I think it's kind of a show finding Mr. Right, which I think is a really good idea, especially as it can bring a lot of discussions about relationships and what people want from relationships, and the types of relationships that people have, whether you have kids or not, or whether you're trying to blend families. So I think it's a really good idea, and I wish her every success. But I also have noticed a bit of the dogpiling that's been going on around Sammy, and people making consecutive lives and doing polls and all sorts on her, and to me, I didn't know whether it was just content originally, but from what listening to Sammy, she genuinely had affection for this other content creator. So, but I just, I don't know. I was just thinking about it this morning, and I just thought it is okay to have and do content, and commentary's always had its place, and there's nothing wrong with discussing public issues because the relationship was public. And that goes the same as current events and public statements or topics that affect the community we're in. In a healthy debate, different opinions and respectful disagreement are all part of a free society. But there comes a point where we have to ask ourselves some important questions. When does commentary stop being about ideas and start becoming about people's lives? And if every conversation, revolves of, consecutive lives from multiple content creator, revolve around mocking someone's breakup, or who they broke up with, who they're speaking to, which channels they visit, who supports them, who liked their photos, who appeared in their chat, or where they spent their time outside of YouTube, then we've probably moved away from meaningful commentary and into something else entirely. because social media can sometimes convince us that constantly watching other people is the same as having a purpose, and it isn't. Another trend we see is criticism, moving away from people's ideas, people's content, towards personal attacks. And instead of debating opinions, people begin mocking appearances, their hair, their clothes, their bodies, how they look, how they smell, or even making very, very humiliating comments about them personally. And the question I would ask is, does that leave anyone wiser? Does it educate? Does it inspire? Or does it simply create another long moment of public humiliation? You know, relationships end, friendships change, and communities evolve, and people move on, and that really is life. And disagreements do happen, conflict happens, and not everyone's going to like one another. And that's also okay. But staying locked in permanent online feuds or dragging someone constantly for days is not healthy either. And sometimes we have to ask ourselves whether we're really trying to build something meaningful or simply keep old bones alive. You know, for me, life's too short to spend years monitoring where someone else goes, who they support, who supports them. The most respected creators aren't respected or remembered because they spent their careers watching other people. They're remembered because they entertained, they educated, they inspired, and some of them challenged us to think differently. And some of them brought some originality into the world. And I think that's a legacy worth building. And so, you know, to start today's show, my encouragement is very simple. Let's spend some more time creating than criticizing. Let's build more than we break and tear down. And let's disagree without becoming enemies. And choose some, conversation, communication over conflict, substance over spectacle, character over clicks. Because long after the algorithms stop counting views, people won't remember how closely we followed someone else's life. They'll remember whether we used our voice to leave the world a little wiser, a little kinder, and a little more hopeful than we found it. And we are leaving something for generations to come. And I think there's nothing wrong with beef and petty arguments because that happens. And sometimes it's part and parcel of what we do in a lot of these sectors. But the cruelty and the nastiness, I think, is getting to a crescendo with some people. It's not with all people, it's with some people. So, just want to say, let's try looking for some peace, some unity somewhere, and leave people alone if they want to unite with people you don't like. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. Just let people be sometimes. And, some of you need to get a rose because you have nothing at all going on in your love lives. That's why you're so concerned with other people's, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, on that note, I just want to shout out the channels that you normally shout out. Shout out to Ralph the Wise, Maggie, Trevor Green, Kimmy Love, Unwind with Teddy, Cultivate with Kai, Mel's World, Goody, We the People, Mr. Nobody, Just Call Me Sammy, Judge Shady Court, Dropping the Tea, Star, Cups of Conversation, Rose Tea Politics, and 1-800 Big Brick City. Go over, watch their content. It's all very varied. Subscribe, share, drop a like if you like their content. They're doing some good stuff, and these are the people that don't really get a mention, when we're giving flowers. So, yeah, that was it for me, really.
Well said. Well said. Yeah. And definitely so many channels, right? And so sometimes, y'all, we try to get all of them in there that we can. And there may be some that we may forget. So please forgive us. We're not doing it on purpose. Also, like I said,
Sorry, blueberry. Blueberry,
yeah,
drink
I was
blueberries.
gonna say blueberry, and like we said the other day, when it comes down to disagreements, fallouts, bumping our heads, and maybe not seeing eye to eye, you don't have to heat on the work and the artistry. So, like we said yesterday, Vampy does some good art over on her channel, and a lot of times Vampy has conversations, and she does have some wisdom and things that she talks about as far as she likes to read and stuff like that. So she knows some things, and so if you catch people sometimes in a different spaces, you may get a different version of them and in different, times and spaces and moods or days or whatever. And so that's just a reminder for me to just tell myself we go through what we go through. We can be how we can be, but it doesn't all have to be bad. There's always some good in us. There's always something beautiful and great that we can create or bring to the table. We all have that ability. It is our choice. It is up to us to put our best foot forward when we decide to do so and how often we decide to do so. And so I really agree with what you said as far as, yeah, we be on the YouTube streets and I've seen what's been going on with Sammy. And I've never had any problems with Sammy. I've always liked Sammy and her channel and her content. She was doing, the traveling around and the food tasting stuff, culinary things. She dabbles in a little bit of everything. One thing that I know that I've seen about her is she's fearless. She's not scared to try new things, and she'll step out and give it a shot. And maybe it'll work or maybe it doesn't. And yes, when you are in the public eye, and yeah, being a content creator and sharing a lot of things, with your community, with your group and your people, a lot of stuff, will be out there for public consumption. And there may be people that want to have comments on it, commentary about it. But we have to remember, like you said, and I have just a little piece here, just a few differences I want to read for y'all. There is a thin line between feedback and malice. So people like to hide behind the excuse of just giving an opinion. But let's be real about the difference between constructive criticism and evil criticism. Constructive criticism comes from a place of maturity. It focuses on the action, the content, or the behavior, and its goal to correct, maybe teach or help someone build, give some advice, and it speaks with respect even when the truth is tough to hear. Evil criticism comes from a place of malice. Its only goal is to tear down, humiliate, and destroy the person behind the screen. It doesn't want growth. It wants a front row seat to a demolition. So we can break this cycle. You don't have to agree with everyone, but you also don't have to contribute to their destruction. If you see someone maybe falling, you don't need to kick them just to feel like you're part of the crowd. We can choose our words wisely, protect our own peace, guard your own karma, and remember that we all are human beings behind these screens. Let's bring some balance, maturity, and genuine humanity back to the YouTube streets. And, that's what I feel about that. And in so many different ways. And I'm not speaking on this from a pedestal that's anywhere up high, because I have been in these predicaments on these YouTube streets on all sides, right? I've been on the wrong side where I was participating in things as far as laughing along at someone else's expense, making jokes, criticizing in an evil manner. And I have done that before. And I decided that's not me. That's not who I want to be. And I have to change this behavior. And now sometimes we can see things and maybe have a piece of advice or, want to share love or uplift somebody when we see that they're going through something. But what we also have to remember is most important at the end of the day, we all are adults and humans on this YouTube platform, and adults are going to do what they want to do. So sometimes it's like you could give somebody advice, even if it's coming from the heart and it's the, the constructive criticism side. People will still do what they want to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. You cannot get upset with somebody because they don't do what you want them to do or what you feel as though they should do. And timing is also a thing as well when it comes to things. Sometimes people will see something differently or another way. And if they want to make a change or a pivot, it is up to them to do that when they feel as though they want to. But to really, stomp on someone when they're down and just join in on the fight and get a hit in because you think it's fun, it's not. I've been there. I've gotten my karma back because I was on the other side of that a few times as well. And moving forward, I don't ever want to be in that position again. So we can make the choice to move along differently in our lives and how we interact with one another here on this platform. But again, adults will do what adults want to do. I can't tell nobody what to do. I can only tell y'all what we are trying to do over here and the pivots and changes and, the love and light that we want to try to lead with now moving forward, despite any mistakes that we have made in the past. And people do make mistakes, and you can make mistakes. That's part of being human. You can be forgiven. You can given another chance. And I believe because of, our spiritual foundation that we have very similar, you, Imani, me, and Mama, we understand that sometimes you have to be forgiven multiple times. But it's your choice. If you decide to forgive somebody over and over again, that's your choice. If you decide to take an ex back, that's your choice. If you decide to stay in a relationship that's not necessarily serving you the best, that's your choice. People who really love and care and want to see the best for you will find a way to communicate that to you in a loving way and not a harmful way, an embarrassing way to put you out on Front Street and make you feel like you're foolish and you're not human. And a lot of these people who talk about these things in the way they do, they probably have done the same thing as well. So, let's not be too judgmental because, like I keep saying over and over, we are human. We all go through things, ups and downs and round and around. And so, yeah, a lot of that can be a bit much. And you just never know what somebody's going through and what may be the thing to push someone over the edge. Not speaking specifically about Sammy or her situation she's in right now, but just generally speaking. And so we have to be more thoughtful when we say things, even if we are making commentary or criticisms. I just feel like we got to do a little bit better when it comes to that because you just never know. You just never know. But that's all I have for that part right there, Imani. I think you had a few more things you want to say before we get started.
No, I just want to say about Sammy. Sammy seems fine. She's toughing it out. She's a strong woman. I it was just something I observed. She's doing okay. I watched her live today. She's batting off some of the mosquitoes that are pecking at her. So she's doing fine. I'm just saying it's sometimes it's disheartening. That's all. Disheartening. But I also think you have to look at the people who are giving the criticism. What's going on for you in your own life that you have to focus on someone else's life so hard? Methinks nothing. Even some of you have husbands. Nothing's going on for you. That's why you're focusing on other people's love lives.
Right, absolutely. That that whole part, okay? Like you could tell it's like some people may have a little bit too much time on their hands to be constantly sniffing around and snooping around in other people's personal lives, especially their romantic lives. If you have one of your own, you're not going to be that, you know, caught up in other people's. So, that's something we know to be true. That's been happening, whether it's going to be in this digital space, on this YouTube, or in real life. The nosiest, snoopiest people that's always in somebody else's business and relationship. It's something's going on in your own, or lack thereof. But the cyberbullying and the way people literally throw a party over someone else's downfall is starting to become exhausting to watch. If you are wise, you know one absolute truth about life. The pendulum always swings the other way because energy doesn't just disappear. The negativity, the malice, and the hurt that you project out into this world or this digital world, it will find its way back to your real life. Karma isn't a myth, it is a mirror. Okay? So, yeah, we need to try our best to break this cycle. We have to, y'all. I'm telling you, because there's so much going on in the world, right? People are going through things that you wouldn't even imagine. And sometimes just that one comment, that one little, insult or embarrassing moment could be all it takes to push somebody over the edge. And we have seen stories of this, right? Not even just here on the YouTube street or on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, social media platforms, period. And in real life, everyday life. People may go to their job and it was someone that was suffering from a breakup that may work with them at the post office. And then maybe a week later, you find out some devastating news. Sometimes if you see somebody going through something as well, reach out, check on them, just see if they're all right. Because one negative word could be something that's just that one negative thing that could send somebody over the edge in the wrong direction. And one positive word could just be the thing that pulls them back from the edge. So we can make a difference for one another as people. But I think we should choose to do it with a little bit more love and a little bit more light. And that's all I got on that commentary right there, girl. You got a few other things you want to say before we get into the first part of our content, which we'll be wrapping up the interview with Nia Long and Angie Martinez.
No, I've got nothing more. Let's get to the content.
All right, let's get it. So let me go ahead and pop this up real quick, y'all. Excellent conversation between Nia Long and Angie Martinez, speaking on a lot of the things that we just talked about here today, which is also a reason why I like to kind of share these conversations with you guys and talk about it with you, so we can kind of get an idea of like, yeah, despite if you're a celebrity or you're just on social media or you just, in your regular life, we all sometimes go through and experience the same things. And it's nice to listen to advice from people who have learned how to healthily and successfully navigate through those things and give us some advice, or a piece of gem or wisdom. So that's what it's about. So let's get back into it, y'all. Let me pop this up on the screen and take down this. Give me just a few seconds. I can tell it's warming up because it feels hot in here. I think I'm going to have to turn the air down. So. All right, let's see. Here it is. All right. And then we put up my banner here. All right, y'all. So this is Angie Martinez sitting down with Nia Long. And we're right in the middle of the part where I think she's talking about, they were having some conversation around like dating and, setting boundaries and things of that nature. But let's get into it and we'll meet y'all in the chat.
Difficult time with small talk. Me too.
Yeah. Oh my God, I have so much anxiety.
And it doesn't mean I can't talk to a stranger.
I could talk to a stranger all
as
day.
long as it's authentic conversation.
Yes.
Okay.
But what about the people, I call it the fall off. The ones that were in the A group and you see them 30 years later and they didn't do the work and they didn't grind and they let themselves go. Because
or life happened.
Or listen, I'm not being judgmental, but what I'm saying is.
All right, y'all, my bad. So just to pick up and give you a little bit of brief synopsis of what they're talking about, I remember now where we left off. And y'all can check out the part 2, right? Because that's when they had it. So this is the part where they started getting into, and we had a good conversation around this yesterday, where Nia Long starts talking about with Angie, pretty privilege, right? And how that can be a thing. Some people can embrace it. Some people, it just gets thrown on them because of society and how society sees and perceives individuals that may look a certain type of way or whatever like that. And so these are the conversations that they were having right before we ended it. So right here, this is what they're talking about. And she had made a statement or a comment, you know, like when she was in high school and stuff like that, she didn't see herself as like a A-list, you know, beauty queen. She was like, she more so on the B list when she was in high school. And I was saying, and I shared a story, I said, yeah, I was definitely on the C list. Like, and a lot of times these perceived notions about you and how you move and how you operate, how you think about yourself, is from society and other people. It's not necessarily what you put out there. Can you have a level of confidence about yourself? Yeah, everybody should have a level of confidence about themselves. But to be, you know, overly like, oh, I'm, you know, the best looking in the room and I'm the it girl and I'm all the things. Sometimes people get perceived to be that way when they're not. And that's what Nia was speaking about, you know, that, you know, they when she was in movies and stuff like that, they always cast her as like, you know, the beautiful girl. You know what I mean? Like the heartthrob, the one that everybody wants. And she's saying her actual real personality and character in real life is like not that at all. So that's what they're talking about now, y'all. Let's get back to it. I just want to connect those dots real quick.
The pretty thing you're talking about
Yes.
is like the most popular girl in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I guess the moral of the story is we just can't be that. We have to
Be more.
Yeah, I think we have to explore all parts of ourselves and we have to rip it open and we have to dig deep and we have to heal and we have to figure out like, what are the things that we're meant to do here while we're here? Because it seems like a long time. It's really not.
I know. Ultimately, that is the quest that we should all be on.
That's it.
Why are we here? What is our purpose?
What's our
How do we
purpose?
serve?
How can we inspire humanity? How can we look beautiful, but be about it? Right? Like be about it. And I think that's one of the biggest things I teach my kids is to be of service. Because being of service means that you are able to put your ego away.
The entrance to the stadium is closer than you think.
How you do that?
I love it.
Okay.
You know, the other day I was driving to pick up my dry cleaning and there was this little lady on the corner with her cane and she kept waving her cane. Why did I put the lady in my car and drive her home? And then I stopped at a red light and she tried to jump out. So then I had to call 911 and 911 came to get her and she had dementia and it was just like a whole thing. And I was like, well, and the officer was like, I understand you were trying to do a good thing, but like sometimes you gotta be careful. You just don't. But I felt bad. I was like, she's like, it's 900 degrees outside and she's waving her cane.
Aww.
But I don't want to stop being that person. Because I know a lot of people that would just drive by. And listen, I get just driving by because some things are not your business. But I also have a tender spot in my heart for elderly. I have a tender spot in my heart for people that are just hardworking people, you know, that just come to my house every week and they do their jobs and we sit and we chat for a minute and like there's an exchange of energy. I admire that. I'd rather that conversation than, to your point, chit chat.
Yeah.
Because the chit chat drives me crazy.
Oh my God.
I'm so bad at it.
But I just felt like, oh, she really wants one person. Like,
no, it was very sweet. It was so genuine.
Right. But I always felt our conversations were real
Always.
and genuine, for sure. We had a lot of mutual friends and things like that. But I never realized until this conversation today.
Do you have a
now I
problem
feel
with
like we should hang out all the time. I hate loud. I hate
too much talking sometimes.
No.
Like it makes me like that. Like I get buzzy. But see,
I don't like multiple sounds at the same time.
One thing at a time. Stick to what we're talking to.
I love you.
Now we sound like assholes.
No, she's laughing because you're like my twin soul, right?
I can't. My nervous system can't handle it. But you know what I think it is?
I will literally, and I realize it's rude after, and I
don't care if it's rude because I'm taking care of myself. I gotta take care of myself. But I'll be like,
wait. And it will not because I want to shush somebody. It's just because I need. It's like if you're talking to me and they're talking to me,
everybody's
music's on. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Right?
It's like a nervous breakdown. It's like a mini panic attack.
We are best friends.
We're besties.
I've decided.
Do not disappear. Come to LA.
I'm coming to LA.
Oh my
In
God.
your guest house.
Oh
Your
my
guest room.
God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
All right. We have some in real life questions we must get to and a voice note. Yes, we can. We have a voice note segment. Somebody sends in. We say we have Nia Long on the show. They send us a note.
They do it right now? That's cute.
Hey, guys, you ever sign up for a phone plan thinking, wow, what a great price? And then a few months later, it's like, surprise, your bill is higher. We hate that. With Boost Mobile.
And Love Jones especially. Outside of your work, you're also just such a beautiful woman, such a beauty icon. My question is, what's the most insane way to get snatched or get ready before a big event? I have a girls trip coming up and I just want to look hot. Just give me some tips.
She didn't see the part where I said I need to go to the gym.
It doesn't matter. But nobody cares about whatever you saw in the mirror that said you needed to go to the gym. People think of you as a hot girl, a forever hot girl.
You know, well,
You
okay.
don't act like you don't have tricks.
No, but I'm a big walker. I love walking, and that's one of the reasons I love coming home, because I get to walk everywhere. Like, I'm literally going to leave here, go get my mom from the hotel and go walk.
Go for a walk.
I'm a little worried about my hair because I got to work tomorrow, but
it looks so good.
I'm just going to go with it. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is going to sound cliche, but lots of water. I do a thing. This is my new thing.
Mm-hmm.
I take cloves, the dried cloves, and I take ginger, fresh ginger, and a cinnamon stick, and I make a tea. The cinnamon stick regulates your blood sugar, so you don't go up and down and get hungry. I put it in the fridge. I get it really cold, and you can add hydration powder. You can add whatever else you want to it. And I sip on that all day. If you drink cold tea or hot tea, it curbs your appetite. It flushes you out. It keeps you alert. It's hydrating. Cloves, cinnamon, ginger.
And water.
And water.
Like a tea.
I boil it on the stove. Let it boil, simmer. When it cools down, pour it into a glass, because we don't do plastic anymore. Well, I try not to do plastic. Try really hard.
I got red cups. That was terrible.
I know, but red cups are kind of like a thing for Black people and brown people. You can't just...
So, like, you're all about the environment, but
I'm still hood!
I just created simple product videos for all.
Where are those red cups? Because some people aren't going to know what we're talking about.
People know what red cups are.
Everybody?
Yes, everybody knows what a red cup is. Stop. There's an emoji in the phone, a red cup emoji. Everybody knows what a red cup is.
But have they seen them in person?
You want to show a cup?
I'm just saying,
you want to drink out of the cup? No, we haven't. No, let's do
We're
this.
going to do this, but I'm saying,
By the way, you
we
know
used to do
had
that.
On the podcast?
Who?
This is a red cup, guys. For
you youngins that don't know.
They know, especially.
Oh, they do? I didn't know. Maybe
we had Patti LaBelle on the podcast.
I saw that. I didn't see the interview, but I saw that she was coming. I didn't actually see it.
Adore her. Have you spent time with her?
I love her.
She's amazing.
She's amazing.
She's a national treasure.
She is.
She told me that when she was coming up, she would drink out of these red cups or plastic cups. She would drink wine out of them. And Nina Simone said to her, "No, darling, you must drink out of crystal." And what did she call it? There was a word for it. She called it fluff up. She called it fluffing up.
Oh, I like that.
Right? And Patti LaBelle, ever since then, it's crystal for her. She drinks her wine out of crystal. She drinks her water out of crystals. There's no more of these.
Okay, sorry.
And also, they're not good for the environment.
No, they're terrible for the environment. You see, we've evolved. We've evolved.
And if Patty says we should drink out of crystal,
then we're drinking out of crystal.
Or Nina Simone says that we should all drink.
I mean, those are our girls.
Yes. Then I think we must drink out of crystal.
I think so.
By the way, oh, this was good. Oh, you know what these are? We're not going to have time for this today. You know how many rap lyrics you're in? Have you done this before? So many. Okay. Just really quick.
Nia Long in a cherry thong.
Nia Long in a cherry thong. Sipping on Perignon. Okay, Nas. That was Uchiwali, right?
Mm-hmm.
My only regret was too young for Nia Long.
That was a big one.
That was a good one.
That was a good
because
one.
it was like on a hit record that
it was
played
a hit
all
record.
day.
And they paused the music. That made me a hot mom. Because that was like when my kids were younger.
Oh. So you showing up to the school?
Like, yeah. All y'all are too young.
What did the kids say? How did the kids feel about that?
I mean, we're talking about private school in LA.
Okay.
There were very few probably who knew the song, but
no, your kids.
Oh, my kids were like, wow, like my mom is cool.
Yeah,
they think I'm cool.
She's
Yeah.
in the rap song.
Mm-hmm.
Trini born black like Nia Long's grandmother.
Fife Dog.
Oh, Fife.
I know.
Fife. Looking like I could be Nia Long, boy. Smoking that Cheech and Chong. Oh, that's Missy. That was
Missy Elliott. Yeah, yeah.
Don't touch it. Short hair like Nia Long.
Short hair like Nia Long.
Loose ones don't need a loan.
Short hair like Nia Long.
Short hair like Nia Long. Loose ones.
Is that like a
need
Southern
loan.
rapper?
Yeah. That is Juicy J.
Juicy J.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Juicy J.
Thanks, Juicy.
Couldn't keep it at home. Thought I needed a Nia Long.
Kanye
went touch the sky. That's a pretty good one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's safe to say, like, the rappers, they like you.
Yeah, I like them.
You do?
I do.
Have you ever tried that bucket?
No, I should. I gotta go. Now it's gonna be like, oh, she switched from young boys to rappers. No,
Jeezy was absolutely shooting his shot.
Was he?
He said that. It was public.
You
didn't get the vibe?
No. We had a conversation and he was lovely.
He's lovely. All right. Well, he said he was shooting a shot, but you need along. I think most rappers are going to shoot their shot.
But the shot shooting has not been so good sometimes. A little. I am like traditional. Ask me to go to dinner.
You don't want like a slick little.
I don't need a slick where I
Nothing.
got to figure it out.
Yeah.
I need you to come.
Dinner?
I think you're interesting. I think you're beautiful. Can I take you to dinner?
Does that happen often?
Never. Because it's always like, I think it's like.
I hope you didn't just tell them how to do it and now everywhere you go. I think you're interesting. I think you're beautiful. Can I take you to dinner?
Hey guys, support for this podcast is brought to you by Walden University. Have you ever thought to yourself, what if I could go after what I actually
on earth, what would you be doing? I'd be eating ice cream, M&Ms, and watching a movie in bed with my kids and my mom.
A beacon of hope and renewal.
All right, y'all. So we're going to pause it right there for a quick little commentary break in between. And y'all, I do apologize for the ads. Y'all know that's one of my biggest pet peeves, child. I got to get my premiere back. I should have it back by next week, y'all. I'm going to have it back. So that way when we're playing this, and they're having some great conversations, we don't get interrupted. Now, they're in studio ads that they have as far as like, their promotions and stuff like that. I can't skip those, but some of the ads I can skip. But before I make my commentary, Imani, I'm going to let you go ahead and go first, girl. What did you think about this part and this segment of the conversation? I was kind of cracking up a bit.
Yeah, she was talking about beauty alone is not enough to sustain a meaningful life. That's where we kind of ended it. And she talked about finding purpose through service to others. And that's when she talked about picking up someone with dementia, which didn't turn out the greatest. But I think many people have done that, that you try and do a kindness to someone, but you've also got to use your wisdom because you can't help everybody.
Right.
And when she talked about, dating, she was talking about health and wellness, and she had that tea, that homemade ginger, cinnamon, and clove tea. She was really talking about, and hydration, of course. she was talking about taking care of your body naturally, and a lot of walking, which is something I do actually for exercise. Um, and then so she was really reminding us again that beauty fades, but purpose endures. And she was explaining that, compassion, authenticity, and service matter far more than your appearance. And she was just talking about some of her experiences, and then she was talking about how she doesn't like men to approach her, and I agree with that. And I didn't realize she'd been in so many rap lyrics, so that was quite funny. Yeah, she was talking about not liking the pickup lines and preferring honesty and straightforward communication. But yeah, it was a funny conversation about, the type of people. I mean, it's different for different people. Some people might like the straight, raw, to the point, and some people like to be wined and dined. I think I'd go for the second option. But yeah, that's what I got from that. It was just a girls' chat about, life in general.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try that tea. I'm gonna try that tea. But hydration is so important. It helps the skin. I have another video that we're gonna do, y'all, that was really, really interesting. It was you know how we do like the old school recipes and stuff like that that grandma and great grandma used to do. Well, I found one that's basically a skincare regimen, and y'all will be surprised how simple this skincare regimen is. The products and stuff that they use, so simple, very affordable. Because we be out here trying to get our anti-aging cream and all of our face washes and face masks and all of these things, right? And you think about it, and melanin does help. Gotta say it is a scientific thing. It is real. Melanin does help, but if you think about like our ancestors and stuff, like our grandmothers and our great grandmothers, they really had beautiful skin, and you think about they didn't have all the Neutrogena and all of the high end products and stuff that we have now. They just had basic items that was either in the pantry, the kitchen, somewhere like that, that they use, and they made their own concoction, or maybe they use them by themselves, and it really kept the skin very healthy and supple looking and kept them looking young, very young. And we see a lot of beautiful women that are very fine wine age, and you can't even tell what age they are. You'll be surprised when they tell you their age. And so, yeah, that's something I wanted to show y'all too. But just getting back to that, I'm gonna try that tea. And then also, what was funny, like she said, as far as like with dating and stuff like that, and when guys approach, it's like, yeah, you don't need a pickup line. Like, it doesn't have to be all of that extra. Like, that's for a lot of women sometimes a turn off. And I'll tell y'all a quick little quirky story. So one of these guys or whatnot, it dropped away that I guess he was, if you want to call it, shooting a shot, but it was just like a breath of fresh air. Because typically, guys will come up to you, be like, "Hey, yo, can I get your number?" And boop, 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 bop, 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 all of the things. And so there's one guy, his approach was so different, right? So he wrote down his number, and he came up to me and he was like, "Hey, I just wanted to say good morning, see how you doing this morning or whatnot. And here, I wanted to give you this." He was like, "This is my phone number." He was like, if if you're single and if you have any time or anything like that, and you feel as though you might want to have a conversation with me, can you call me, whenever you feel like it? And I was like, wow, that's different. Like, because it wasn't forcing, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like too aggressive. He was basically putting the ball in my court instead of like demanding right there on the spot what he wanted to come out of that encounter, right? So like when they come to you, they like, "Yo, let me get your number," and do the, stuff like that, and say some corny, cheesy little line. It's just like you hear that so many times, it starts to become a little bit like, okay, like y'all do not got anything else. Like, is there a class for this that y'all go to teach you how to approach, like a female or a woman, and just show your interest, and just be straightforward with it. So yeah, I'm pretty much that kind of world too, but I don't need any of that right now because I got my man. But even like with him, yeah, we met very organically, just talking about politics out in the streets. And that was it. And then time went by, and then summer cookouts was popping off, and we were chilling at the cookouts, and boom, it was just very natural and organic. I like natural and organic. I don't like stuff that's forced or pushed. You know what I mean? What do you think, Imani?
I think a lot of people meet online these days, and online you can be any personality you want to be. Um, I think personally it's better to meet people face to face, in a public space, because you can see them, you can talk to them, and you can get more of a sense. You can be anybody you want to online. I've never met anybody online that I've dated, but that's just, I think it's preference, but I think a lot has moved to the online spaces, and this is why you can portray yourself to be any character that you want to be online, because people don't know you, and a lot of people don't know the people that they meet until sometimes it's too late. But yeah, I prefer meeting in public. I prefer meeting people face to face, but that's just my preference. But thankfully, I don't have to be on the dating block anymore, and haven't been for the last 20 years. So I wish everybody the best, because it's tough out there.
For sure. And I'm telling you, once you're able to get off of that roller coaster, ooh, it's a breath of fresh air. It's especially with, like you said, this everything's so virtual and online. And the thing about it is, I've actually had this experience happen, right? So I met somebody in person, right? And it was clear like they was flirting, they was interested or whatever like that. So it was like, okay, it's a cute person, whatever. We exchanged numbers and stuff like that. And when in person, could not hold a conversation with me at all. But soon as the numbers was exchanged, y'all, the conversation was flooding through text message, through social media. Like, it's like they had to wait to get online to really open up and converse. But when you right there in front of their face, and I think it's because we spend so much time online, it's like people are like, they feel like they put on the spot when they face to face and they don't know what to say or do. But once they get behind them screenshot, whether it's a phone screen or a computer screen, oh, the confidence comes, pouring out, and they come alive, and they're tuck. And then you like, all right, well, let's go out to eat or go on a date or something. You go on the date, you're at the, restaurant, and child, crickets. Like, no conversation. I've actually seen people that go on a date and they sit across from each other, texting each other, instead of just talking to each other. And I was just like, yo, this technology really can cripple you. It really, really can. And I think that causes a lot of, of the disconnect and the awkwardness when it comes to dating in this season, right? With all of this technology and social media. It's like, that is the existence online. People don't know how to exist or be comfortable talking and connecting with one another face to face. It's like they have to be behind a screen or something to be able to communicate. I think it's the most bizarre thing ever. So I am glad to be off of that roller coaster, child, because that's too much. That is too much. But let's get back into the video, unless you have a few more thoughts, Imani.
Let's get back into the video. That's fine.
Okay. All right, let's go.
That's a good day.
That's a great day.
It's a great day.
And we'd be very hydrated because we'd have advanced night repair. Ryan, where's the products?
Oh, we have products?
Come bring the products.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like it should be like game show music.
There's products?
Yay!
Okay, what is it?
So, okay, I gotta put my glasses on. Oh my God. This right here. This is my holy grail.
Okay.
I love this so much.
Okay.
It's advanced night repair. It's been around forever, and it's a serum.
Mm-hmm.
You can, This is how I use
If she uses this now till the trip, will she feel?
Oh, yeah. That's actually a great, because it'll give the glow. It'll give the glow of like, I've been taking care of myself. So at night, wash your face, do your routine of washing your face. Then you want to pat yourself dry. I like to put a thick coat on and go to bed. I wake up in the morning, fine lines gone, your face is feeling good and hydrated. But I also do it throughout the day. If I'm on a plane, if you're traveling, put in your purse.
Oh my God, I've been on so many planes lately.
It's so good.
I'm keeping this?
That's yours.
Okay, good.
It's yours.
Well,
and then
putting it right in my
this,
bag.
you can open it too.
It
You
says
should
night repair, but it doesn't have to be night. Like if I'm on the plane, I can use
they
this.
say night repair and I get in trouble for this every time, but honestly, you can do it.
Okay.
Right, Ryan?
Morning and night.
They recommend that you use it morning and night.
Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Thanks, Ryan.
If you just put it right here, I'm good. Just got how to go. It's the wine.
Oh my God.
Okay,
Nia,
and then
this is so good.
Isn't that nice?
It's even good on your hands.
I put it on my hands. And then this is the revitalizing.
According to Chris Rock, that's how women can tell their age.
Chris Rock, I want to see his hands
We got to get him on the pod because I want to give him a piece of my mind.
We should. Chris, where are you?
I've never booked somebody to give them a piece of my mind.
Oh my God, that would be so good.
Right? I have so
Yes.
many people I would like to give a piece of my mind to.
This right here is the revitalizing Supreme Plus
I mean,
cream.
look at that.
I'll take that.
Do you see it?
I just need it.
Oh, you can't tell
I need it
on the camera.
Clean that.
You can.
Took it.
Huh?
You can.
You
give
see
it
the
glow?
difference? You see?
Yeah.
I'll take 15 of them.
I'm into it.
Y'all got denim? Hold on the website, y'all? Ain't no way. You got.
I love
Okay.
That, I love that you dab
Gonna
and pat your own makeup
listen.
and
Where you put it on there. I'm
I
good.
love her.
Thank you. Okay.
We're best friends.
So-
So I are best friends. We've just been separated by distance.
Did you try this?
No, what do I do?
This is the revitalizing Supreme Plus.
Do I put this on top of this?
You can put it on top of this, but this,
You're gonna put it on top of your makeup?
no. This is the neck
Ah.
cream that goes face to neck.
Yo, Kiki was not lying because your neck is good.
It's good, but you got to work on it.
I know. My neck is okay.
Your neck is good.
It's not like yours. You
But
look like
you-
a
but
baby
you-
neck.
Cause you gotta go, you have to massage it.
I'm so bad.
You
I'm like,
have to.
what? I'm good, ready to go.
No, I literally spend hours in the bathroom in the morning.
Really?
Yes.
That would make me
And I go to bed
crazy.
at 9:30.
That would make me really?
9:30. I'm such a dud. I'm really a dud.
No, we gotta. I want to let this go. I want this to just, I don't want to edit this either. I want us to have 4 minutes on camera running this cream through our neck.
Now put the excess on your hands though. It's good. Like your cuticles.
Oh.
So good.
I definitely use too much, right? At this
No, I
point.
know. I am a.
No such thing?
I don't think there's any such thing as too much.
Okay.
Never. The more the. Isn't that nice?
That's really good.
It leaves a nice sheen.
Huh?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm telling you.
Thank you, Nia. So
You're welcome.
excited.
And there's more goodies for you too.
There is?
Yeah.
I love
We
a
came
gift.
with
Thank you,
things.
Booski.
You shot the
Uh-oh.
campaign for Estee Lauder.
Mm-hmm.
He is so fun.
Who is it?
Yeah.
So beautiful.
That was all I had to say.
You just had to insert that you have a thing for the Estee Lauder guy?
No, he was beautiful. Beautiful man.
And she trained him down in the alley. It's like, actually, I mean,
I was like, this is really good casting because for me to turn that down, right?
You're that girl.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you have a choice in the casting? Like, do you be
I
like,
did. And I also had Benny Boom direct.
oh, I love that.
I know. I was like,
love
let's
it.
do a 90s throwback. And Benny was there and I called him. I was like, what do you think about
I didn't know
this?
Benny did that.
Yeah, we had fun.
So you picked the guy.
I picked. Well, they gave me a couple. The brand gave
Choices.
me like this is what they gave the storyline and the breakdown, and they said these are the guys we think. What do you think? And we all picked
What's his name? Roderick Hunter.
Mr. Hunter.
You
Mhm.
said him. That guy.
I said him.
Did you know immediately?
Yeah.
Did I know immediately?
What was it? What was the thing that made it?
He's beautiful.
Oh, just he was beautiful.
He's gorgeous.
Well, I'm sure they put a bunch of beautiful men in front of you, no?
It was him and another guy that was good looking, but very different good looking. The other guy was like a little more rugged looking, but still really handsome. But I knew for this, because it was a quick pop and he was familiar to me because he's an actor.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, women are going to recognize him. So it's about selling the story, right? Like I can look outside of like him just being a good looking guy. It was also selling the story. He also has really good skin.
Mm-hmm.
And he was recognizable. So
have you been able to choose leading men before?
I have.
When did you do? Can you say or you can't say?
Even with Love Jones, it was Gary Dordan.
Oh wow.
And Lorenz Tate.
And you said?
And I said Lorenz. And what happened was the director showed our screen test to a group of women that were his friends. They showed both screen tests, mine with Gary and mine with Lorenz, and they were like, definitely them as a couple.
Mm-hmm.
And Gary was great too.
And
it was just
handsome and all the
and
things.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
right? But it was just we hadn't seen two brown-skinned Black people in love that looked like they were from the same world.
Mm-hmm.
Like we looked right together.
Yeah.
So
isn't that crazy to think?
I know
that it was just a good movie too. That you guys
beautiful movie.
You guys brought these characters to life, and the music and everything felt so authentic and fresh and new at the time. But now in retrospect, it's like, wow, it took that long to show a couple that way, in a way that's kind of like, wow, I don't know. But now since then, I feel like there's been so many times that I feel like it really, the floodgates opened.
Well, because we were coming off this, renaissance of like hood tales, which were also important and great and cinematically beautiful, but they were a different slice of life for Black and brown people. And then all of a sudden it was like, okay, how many versions of this can we do?
Mm-hmm.
And like, where's the humanity? Where's the love? Because right at the end of the day, that's really what is the most important thing is love.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I read the script, I was like, I have to do this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And Helena Echegoyen, who was a producer on Friday, was like, I have this other project I want to share with you. And she's, she was like very casual about it, but like she was on the front line fighting for Black people to have their stories be told. She's since retired from the industry, but what she did do was incredibly important.
Mm-hmm.
And she became my friend, and she guided the director on what to write and how to, put the whole thing together. And she got the movie greenlit.
Wow.
And it was considered a flop when it came out because it didn't make very much money. But, the thing is it was a cult classic.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't put the money behind it. They didn't put the marketing behind it. They said, yeah, we'll do this movie, but we're not going to put much money behind it we'll just see what happens.
And then
it became a cult classic. And we just did another film together, which is a very different film.
I love that.
But I love Lorenz.
Is the chemistry still?
Yes,
Yeah.
we still.
What is that?
It's. I tell him all the time, I completely trust him. I completely trust him as my guy in a movie.
Yeah.
And he completely trusts me. And I can say, like, we can have very honest conversations and we can agree or disagree.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a kinship there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we also know what we hold for the community.
Mm-hmm.
And so we guard that. And I especially guarded it in this last project because I was very like hypersensitive to making sure we were in pocket. Yeah.
And the standard.
The standard. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't be what everyone else is doing if you're one of the originators.
Mm-hmm. Talk that shit, Nia.
I mean, that's the only shit I'm going to talk today.
What if I told you that the moment your book is published,
Because it's not even an ego thing. It's just facts.
It's yes,
what it is.
Okay, all right. In real life.
Okay, in real life. In
Nia.
real life, tell me.
What are you most proud about your career and who you are now?
I am so proud that I've lasted this long, that I still have a place and a space of relevance, that I am so supported and beloved by women, and that I, even though I don't always know them, know where the love is coming from, I feel the vibration and that support.
And a genuine
connection that I've been able to connect with women, with Black women that look like me, that don't look like me, but are a part of who I am. You know, because we're all connected in some way. So I'm really proud that I've been able to make that impact. And I think that there are other accolades that maybe others have gotten that I haven't gotten, but where I am is the sweet spot because they never leave. You know what I mean? Like they're always there. I can always turn to my core group of supporters and know that they have my back. And that to me is more important than any award, than any red carpet, than anything, because it's a connection to humanity. And at the end of the day, that's what's really most important to me. I mean, the whole point of.
All right, y'all. So we're going to pause it right there and take a quick commentary break. But that final statement right there that she made, speaking about, you know, her career and what has mattered most to her during the journey of her career, is the connection that she has with, you know, her audience, which is majority women, you know, probably majority Black women, but women in general, period, right? And the fact that, you know, there's like this unspoken bond and communication that they have that has had longevity. What do you think, Imani? And then I'll tell some more in a minute.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, she was talking a lot about the skincare and that, and the importance of doing this skincare regimen, you know, daily. But the thing that shocked me was she was talking about the importance of the chemistry on screen, and so you know, when they chose Lawrence Tate for Love Jones, they gave a really good representation of Black love in the cinema, and they've kept that chemistry for years. And what this really was a light-hearted balance of beauty discussions, but then she explained the importance of choosing actors for roles, and choosing him and her for those roles. It created one of the most authentic portrayals of love in that film, and it's a good film and it's a cult classic still. But also that the studios really underestimated that film, and that she has that long lasting chemistry with Lawrence Tate, that they've done another film. And really, she's saying her success is not measured by awards. It's about the impact she's had and her gratitude for the lifelong support she's had from women, which are her main supporters. But I think she's got a lot of supporters who are men as well. And it's not just about her beauty, it's about her art.
I absolutely agree. You know, and I think that's one of the biggest things that's inspirational and is the goal, no matter, you know, what you do, especially if you're doing stuff that's like, you know, where you may be in some kind of limelight. We don't know different levels to this. We understand, you know. But that's what's important. That's one of the things that's very important to me when it comes to like the platform that we have here and the channel that we have here. And there's, you know, the unfortunate times where you do have to show the other side of yourself and may have to pop out and, you know, say a few things and handle a few things. But overall, what is very important to me, and I know you have seen that vision as well, and we share the same vision, is just, you know, really leaving something very memorable behind, even if it's just, you know, someone who visits just one time and never come back. When they came and when they spent powerful that we left them with, or loving that we left them with, or, embracing that we left them with, outside of all of the rest of the, the things that come with the program here on YouTube. That's my goal. That is my goal. And a lot of times it gets a bit discouraging because I understand, with the type of content that we want to do and that we do, and our reason for doing it, it's not always going to be popular. It's not always going to be, people are flooding in to hear and listen. But the ones that get it. And it's so appreciated. And the trolls of numbers is not what's important. It's about the genuine connections and understanding and relationships that you can make with other like-minded people that value some of the things that, you're talking about, you share, you're learning about, and you're navigating through in a real way, a real genuine way. And one of the things that I take pride on being when it comes to, my platform and just me and my life is that I'm just always going to be me. Now I can polish myself up, right? Because there's nothing wrong with a good old polish and a wax. Not in that way. But I was just saying, be the best version of yourself. Of course, that's always the goal. But at the core, just being who you are and knowing that you're enough and bringing your personality to the table, right? And trying to make sure while navigating this space that the things that you experience and you go through do not drastically change who you are at the core and your character. And I would hope, for the most part, people can see that about me, but I can't be sure. But yeah, that really stuck out. You have a few more words you want to give before we play some of the video? Let me get these dogs together.
No, really, she is talking about encouraging women to recognize their accomplishments instead of minimizing them. And, she explains that her audience connection really does matter more than her awards. And also, there's a lasting cultural impact on her work. Love Jones is a cult classic, and it came around at the time where there were a lot of hood cult classics. They are classic movies, and it's a great movie, and I would advise people to go and watch it. Even now, it's still a great movie about love and the struggles with love, career, and relationships and communication. Like I said, we really, it's good to listen to people who think about, more than their fame and their numbers and their followers for once.
Absolutely right. So we see how, this conversation that they're having, even though she's an A-list, superstar in Hollywood, it can also transfer over to, how we think, how we move and navigate, being content creator or on the social media space, which is you're presenting yourself to the public. You're either presenting your voice, all of yourself, your voice, your video of yourself, so people can see you, they can hear you, but then your art, what you create, what you pour your heart and your time and attention into, to create, that is what it's about. And what you want people to take from that most, what is most important to you, outside of it just being numbers and accolades. We know the numbers and stuff have their use, right? That's, indication that you are reaching more and more people, or you are climbing up the ladder and obtaining more success. But even if those things aren't happening, are you still happy to do it? Do you still have a passion and a calling to do it? Do you still show up every day? Even when it's slow, it's chugging along real slow, but you still come forth with the passion for what you want to bring to the table and what you want to share and how you want to connect with people. And that's what keeps you going. And that's what I believe will continue to keep you going. When she talks about longevity, when it means more to you about your connection with people and a purpose or a message or a feeling that you leave people with when they, exit for the day or for that live. That's what matters to me. That's what matters to me. So we hear the talks all of the time, and people clown and they roast and they drag, which is okay, as long as it's not, like I said, getting dangerous or serious. A clown and a roast and a drag is fine. But that's one of the things that you hear people bring up a lot to try to belittle, you or your people, is that you have a small channel, you don't have that many subscribers, you don't get that many views, but they're looking at the glass half empty. I'm looking at the glass half full, and I'm looking at the appreciation that I have for the numbers that I get, and for the people that come and take time out of their day and their life to listen to us and spend time with us and laugh with us and learn with us and love with us. That matters most to me. And then when they leave feeling good. They leave feeling uplifted. They leave feeling, powerful. They leave feeling like the stomach is sore because they were laughing so hard. And I know I ain't that much of a comedian, y'all, but I can bring some comedians to y'all. I can be funny a little bit sometimes. But I just like to leave people with a good feeling when they leave my presence. A good feeling. Or maybe we learn something new. Or we shared an experience with each other. Or we have a common, goal, whatever it may be. The connection, the human connection is what matters. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play some more of the video unless you have some more to add too, Imani.
No, is this the last portion before the end?
I believe so. Let's see where we're at. So we're at 124.17 out of 137.49. So we ain't got that much longer to go. We're about to wrap this up in this one little segment right here. And then after that, we'll do some commentary on the last segment. We'll take a quick song break, and then we'll hop into Queen Latifah, sitting with Angie Martinez and the rest of their powerful conversation that they had. Does that sound pretty good?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, let's get into it, y'all. We're going in for the finish line. Okay, let me go ahead and hit play. We'll meet y'all in the chat.
Art is to make people feel something, whether it's visual, whether you're on stage, whether you're on film, on television, on the radio, is to evoke. And that was your prayer today too.
That's so funny you say that.
I know. I just thought
my prayer before the pod was that we would have a conversation that would empower, inspire, or make somebody feel seen.
My mother's calling.
Oh, Mom.
Very cute.
Look how, answer the phone.
Why she just hung up.
Oh.
And we're almost done.
I know, but like.
She'll be like, hi, are you coming back?
Okay, we're almost done.
I thought we were going for a walk.
Is that how she talks? Does she have a strong accent?
Definite has a strong New York accent.
I love that.
It's very cute.
In real life, what are you still working on?
Myself.
Forever, right?
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever and a day. Just being aware, just being conscious, just deciding what I can be better at and deciding what I am committed to. Because there's certain things that are just not going to change.
When was the last time you cried from gratitude?
It could show you good motion, but it could not remember a face.
Oh my God, my face changed.
The other day I cried from gratitude, actually on the flight here, because of my star on Hollywood Boulevard. Because I was thinking about the times my mom and I used to walk on Hollywood Boulevard and we would read the names of the stars on the street. And she'd say, well, one day you're going to have a star on Hollywood Boulevard. I was like 9, and before I even started acting. I was on the flight. I started crying. I started thinking about how incredibly blessed I am and how this journey has been not easy at all. And it's still not easy. But there's something cool about it because it just seemed like the most unrealistic thing that could ever happen to my life. And now it's happening.
I think you're giving me a message now too, because, I got one for radio. They have a radio category and I got a star. No. Well, I received the invitation that I got. I won the thing. I just never have gone to accept it because number one, it's expensive. It's expensive.
I know you have to get someone to
pay for it. And then I'm like,
Lionsgate treated me.
Oh,
isn't that nice?
That is nice.
I thought it was really cool.
I'm going to get somebody to treat me because I'm like, do I really care about this?
Yes, you care.
I didn't know if I did, but now you're making me feel like I should.
Well, here's the thing. It's not about the star being on the ground.
Mm.
It's about the acknowledgement of your body of work.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're gone, there's going to be some amazing Latina radio host who's going to look back on what you did and go, oh, she did it, I could do it too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's legacy, right? Like, and because we're like real people, the idea of legacy is kind of like, oh, is that what I'm doing? Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm just living.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not planning for this to be some legacy.
Yeah. But
if you threaten what I've done, that's when I realize it's legacy.
We are the same human being.
Yeah, I'm like, you're not about to mess up.
Sometimes I'll see stories and I'll feel written out of something. And that's when I feel threatened. And that's the times where I'm like, let me remind, like just how you
gotta
did
remind.
It's just how you did about Love Jones being
that is ours.
The portal for this new storytelling.
Yes.
Or the beginning of this new storytelling.
Very protective. And that started in the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to remind
I just think that's a lesson for women. Yes.
You
in general. Whether you're an actress, whether you do what I do, whatever, like, I just think the lesson for women is like, sometimes
it's okay to brush your shoulders off.
Yeah. Remind a motherfucker
all day.
What you have worked really hard.
Because men do it all the time.
Yeah. Shit was hard.
It was hard.
And we did some dope shit.
And we did dope shit.
I did that.
Yeah.
In real life, well, what's a guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure? I probably shop too much. I probably shop way too much.
Really, you're a shopper.
I shop.
That's where we are not the same.
We're not the same?
I fucking hate shopping. I want to die.
You do?
I want to die.
Not even online? You don't have to go anywhere.
I could do it online, but then it comes and I got to try it on and I got to ship it back if it doesn't fit. It's like the work of shopping. I really don't care.
So we should vacation together because then I wouldn't spend unnecessary money.
If somebody could lay my clothes out for me every day.
Oh, you would like that?
I would.
I would hate that.
You would?
Yes, because what if I'm not in the mood for that?
Fair enough. But if it looked fine enough, I would just wear it. I'm like, it's fine. I'll wear this. Even for the podcast.
Yeah, no, that's
I'll just wear this. It's fine.
Yeah.
I can't with the shopping and the.
Do you overpack?
Yes, because I don't know what I'm going to wear. So I just throw everything in. And then when I get there, I'll figure out which of this I'm going to throw on.
Okay.
It's terrible. I don't have that really girl gene of like.
You know what I find with myself is that I'm a sucker for like trying something new.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, and this is my goal when I leave this New York trip.
Okay.
I have every single thing that I need. I don't need a sock.
Okay.
I have the little hot, trendy Michael Jackson socks to wear with my loafers. Like I have it. I should have worn them today, but I didn't bring them. But it would have been cute with this outfit.
It would have been really cute.
Okay. When I get home, it's purging. Because now I'm at the place where I only want the things that actually really work for me. And I want to give everything else away.
Mm-hmm. The things I love.
The things I love. I don't want the things I kind of love.
Mm-hmm.
I want the things I have a deep, loving connection with.
Because it's probably crazy. It's got to be crazy.
God, it's crazy.
You got pieces from the 90s.
I do. In storage.
I bet.
I still have my Kenneth Cole black snake embossed shoes that I wore when Prince tried to talk to me. And I didn't know who it was Prince.
Did you keep them because it was
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was like, this was the night I met Denzel Washington and Prince in the same night.
I'm going to keep these.
I'm keeping these pumps for my daughter because surely she'll have some. I'm never going to have a daughter, but my granddaughter.
Yeah.
I'm done with kids.
Was he shooting a shot? Was a shot being.
Prince?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
He grabbed my hand and I was like, and then we got to the car and my hating ass girlfriend at the time, because she should have told me earlier, like, let's be real, it was Prince. She goes, girl, you know that was Prince. I go, why didn't you tell me before we left the building?
So how would you have played this different?
If I knew it was Prince, I would have just turned around and said hello.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met him years later once I became an actress. And I was like, I met you a long time ago. And he was lovely, but we talked about my hair the whole time. Because he liked my haircut.
He was no longer shooting a shot?
He was not.
Oh, so he wasn't giving you the arm touch because you were Nia Long, because you weren't even Nia Long.
No, he was giving me the arm touch because I was petite and brown, and that's what he likes. And, he's like, who's this little young, hot girl in the fake leather pumps? And the outfit that I wore to every party.
And then what was that? How did you meet Denzel on the same day?
Denzel was just there. I mean, I didn't talk to Denzel at that point, but I was like,
That's-
Denzel Washington's here.
Putting these shoes in storage.
Putting these shoes have miles on them.
In real life, what is something that you are no longer apologizing for?
I just connected Claude to Airtable, and now I
Knowing what I know. And I'm also not negotiating. I'm not.
No apologizing, no negotiating.
No, I'm open to learning and growing and understanding. But what I know works for myself is part of my truth, and that's not negotiable. Like, you know.
I do.
You might question, but you know.
We always know.
We always know.
And we convince ourselves for other mad different reasons, to ignore the things that we know.
You know. And you've known it for a long time.
Yeah. So now you listen to that.
Now I don't even, like, there's a part of me that even wants to try to doubt it for 30 seconds, no, you know. It's freedom. That's where the freedom is, when you know what you know. Otherwise, you're like trapped inside of your head and you're
so good.
Going back and forth.
Okay, last two.
Yeah.
What do you pray for most?
I pray for patience, because I'm not the most patient person in the world.
We've learned that about you.
Yeah, I'm not. I try, but it's like so many things are really obvious to me that I'm like, how do you not see that?
Yeah.
How do you not see that? Do you not see
that? Get away from me.
Get away. Because if I have to tell you, that means that we're not on the same trajectory.
I get really impatient when I'm working really hard and I'm tired and I feel like other people are not rising to their occasion.
Listen to me.
And so I have to now engage in your motherfucking occasion when I'm trying to just hold on to,
that is the realest thing ever. Because I just tell everyone to leave. I'm like, get out. And then they never want to come back. And then I'm like doing all the work by myself.
Oh yeah, bitch. You can do it all.
You want to go? I can go. Yeah, no.
And then you're like, shit.
I'm like, help.
I need help now. Well, it's, we will try to figure it out.
No, I try to be more patient. I find that when you actually explain yourself, where you're coming from, people go, oh, because they're not thinking what I'm thinking. No one can read my mind.
Yeah.
How's
that working for you?
I think the hard part about it is that when you're famous, nobody wants to really tell you, and everyone's like, it's kid, I got it.
Oh, the yes man, yeah.
And I really want you to understand. I don't want you to feel like you have to placate me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's have the tough conversations.
Yeah.
Let's dig deep. You can tell me that I'm being whatever. I don't care. It's not going to make me not like you.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
That keeps you from having yes men around you.
Yes. I'm like, say the truth. Say what it is.
Let's put it on the table.
Let's put it on the table and dissect it. Because when we rebuild, we're going to be on solid foundation.
Mm-hmm.
If you're flimming and flamming and dipping and dapping, I don't really.
Or we can get to the truth quicker that this doesn't work.
That's it right there.
Yes.
Process of elimination.
Let's just get to it.
Let's get to it, because
in work, in relationships,
everything,
in friendships,
everything.
Let's get to it.
If we're going to be lovers, we're lovers. If we're going to be in a deep, heavy relationship, we're that. If we're going to be friends, we're that. If we're going to be business partners, we're that. Like, you can do that.
Yes.
There's no more gray area.
Yes. She's my queen.
No,
she's my twin
gray.
queen. I hate gray.
Gray is horrible.
It's terrible.
What sign are you?
Capricorn.
Oh, yeah, I like Capricorn women. Y'all don't play.
What are you?
I'm a Scorpio.
Mm-hmm.
Serious about your business.
A little crazy, though, no?
Scorpios?
Is that not a thing?
No, we're sexual.
Oh.
We like to Yeah, we're very passionate. We're
She
not
said
crazy.
sexual. She didn't say passionate. She
Well,
said,
those are the same.
well,
You could be sexual and passionate. But I would say we feel things. I feel things deeply. I can't speak for every Scorpio person, but I feel things deeply. And I also know the truth in every situation.
yeah. So people will call you crazy, but it's not that.
No, I don't think anyone's ever called me crazy.
Well, not you. I'm saying
Maybe they
Scorpios
have. I
that.
don't really care. That's one of those things of I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck if you call me crazy. All right, our final question. We ask this every episode to every guest.
Okay.
If God were to text you right now, it's a message to Nia from God directly.
I'm tuning into him.
What would it say?
Good job, girl.
Today or in life?
In life. I think in life. Good job. Because he knows how hard I work. And he also knows my heart.
Well, then, good job, girl.
Good job, girl. This is
All right, y'all. We have made it to the room. Excellent conversation. So, in that final part there, y'all, they spoke about, a few different things. The entire interview for me was just very powerful, very inspirational. And a lot of the things that they were discussing are things that I'm actually, actively working on and towards in my life, right? Not just here on the social media platform, on my YouTube channel, but like literally in my life. Like overall self-love is so important. And it's something that, when you're, and this could be for men and women, but I'll just speak on women right now because that's what I am. But when you're a woman, you start off as a young woman and, your cares are free to the wind. And that's the fun days, right? Where you're looking good, you're smelling good, you're going out, you're having a good time. And you may not necessarily have all these serious things on your mind as far as things you need to get done, things you need to do, things you want to accomplish. You don't know yet. You're still navigating through your life to figure it all out. And as you get older, and the serious things start to, change in your life, like you may get into a relationship, you may become a mother and start having kids, you may get married, you may get, a promotion at work, or you may have obtained your degree. And now you're stepping onto a new path and a new journey. A lot of those things, right, are the things that take the front wheel or the front burner. And you wake up and you live, and it's all about that. You go from, being the young girl that's out having a good time, and that's what's on the front burner. And then you start having all these important things, right, that you have to start focusing on as a mature woman, as a woman maturing and becoming who you're going to be in this world. And all of that stuff comes first because you're going to bed thinking about it. You're waking up thinking about it. You have to make deadlines and you have to make dates and you have to make sure, you're on time for a meeting or you're on time for a family function. And so a lot of times when it comes to you and things that you did have time for before, you no longer have time for that, or there's just no longer a priority to you as far as, your health or, pampering yourself, getting your nails done, getting your toes done, getting your hair done, making sure your skin, is healthy, making sure your diet is healthy, doing things that bring you joy, right? Having a day or two off, taking yourself on a vacation, whether someone goes with you or not. And the older, the more mature fine wine that you become, you get to a crossroads where you look up and you're like, yeah, all of this stuff, all of these things in my life that are important, but they all come before me and I'm putting myself last. And you get to a point where you realize I can't go on like this. I can't continue to go on like this because you become miserable. You become, on edge all the time. You become unhealthy. You become depressed. It can be a lot of different outcomes that come from that when you're not focusing on yourself and making yourself a priority. So when it comes to the self-love and setting boundaries, right? Because sometimes you always, It's somebody may need this, somebody may need that, whether it's your child, a family member, a co-worker, a boss, and you're always yes, 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 and doing everything for everybody else and saying no to yourself or sacrificing the yes for yourself for somebody else's yes in your life. Once you get to a certain age and you get to that crossroad, you start to prioritize yourself a little bit more here and there. And it may not be a big, drastic change and push everything to the side and I'm at the front of the line. It sometimes starts by little small gestures, little small no's, and changes and shifts of your time and what you prioritize. And I think that, was one of the most powerful parts of the conversation as well. Also, when they spoke about when it comes to like these looks and stuff like that, right? A lot of people are getting or have been and continue to be caught up in it. And we live in a society now that's making it even harder. When we listen to Nia Long, this is one of the actresses that were like the it girl and had the it girl factor just naturally, right? Very little makeup, no enhancements of the body, just what you come with and what you develop to have is what you put out there. And beauty and looks and, that lane, it has changed so drastically that we have so many young girls and women that is what they're chasing. They have to have it. They don't know who they are without it. So much so, and again, I don't body shame and I don't choice shame people, but so much so like we see these cosmetic surgeries. They are becoming dangerous. We see the stories, the survival stories from brave women, that come out and they say, they almost lost their life and their health based off of that, chasing an aesthetic that is a societal like standard now when it comes to beauty. And it was there in the 90s. It was there, back in those times as well in a different way, but it was there. Models back in the day that, were anorexic, they were bulimic, they had eating disorders because they were supposed to be a certain body shape and size and weight that you had to be, in certain, jobs, whether you're a model, you're a video girl, you're an actress, it was a lot of pressures, but in a different way. And those pressures are the same today, but in a different way. And today it's like they've upped the ante even more. And so that was another great conversation and that Nia Long brought to the table as far as having to love yourself unconditionally, right? Despite what society is asking for, requesting, or setting as a standard. And you may have one time fit into that, you checked off all of the boxes. But as you age and as life happens and changes are supposed to be made, because that's just how it is being a human being, you grow, you change, you shift. You got to love each and every change and level about yourself and every single different image that you may see in the mirror when you look in it. Like if you have a cold or the flu and you look in the mirror, you're looking a bit flushed, you're not looking at yourself. You're not feeling like put on makeup. You're not feeling like doing your hair. You're not feeling like getting dressed up. But do you still love yourself and the image, the reflection of yourself is looking back at you during that time? After you bring a child into this world and you look in the mirror, and you're like, oh, the girls ain't sitting the way they used to sit. And you start to look like a zebra because you got stretch marks in places that you never thought you would have them. But you look in the mirror, do you still love yourself despite all of those new changes? Can you love yourself with all of that without trying to change it, enhance it, make it go away? Do you embrace it as now this is the new me? This is where I'm at with it. I love me regardless, especially if I'm healthy and I'm in a good place. It's just like, beauty is only really skin deep, literally. I want to be seen to be beautiful based off of what's inside. And I've had people give me compliments where they have said that, right? That like, I have a beautiful personality. I have a beautiful spirit. I have a beautiful heart. that means 10 times more to me than somebody saying that I have pretty eyes or I'm a really pretty girl. Not saying that I am, right? I'm just saying if those are the compliments that they decide to give. It matters more to me what you see inside, like my soul, like my personality, who I am as a person. But that's enough for me. Imani, go ahead. You tap in, girl. What are some of the conversations, the overall conversations that stood out to you? What are some of your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on this overall great conversation?
Well said, Golden. I agree with everything you've said. And I'll just really wrap up this video by saying, Nia, there was one message that came through this whole conversation, that your purpose is far greater than your appearance, your popularity, or even your success. And Nia reminded us that beauty may introduce you to the world, but it can't ever be the foundation of your identity. Looks change, fame changes, seasons of life change, but what remains is your character, your values, and how you treat people when no one is watching. And one of the most powerful moments came when she spoke about serving others, because she wasn't telling a story about winning an award or landing a role. She talked about stopping to help an elderly woman because compassion mattered more than convenience. And even though the situation became complicated, she refused to let one difficult experience harden her heart. And that's a big lesson for us all, because although wisdom should make us more discerning, it shouldn't make us less compassionate. Another theme was authenticity. She was talking about relationships, friendships, or business. She kept returning to one idea, which is say what you mean, be honest, and don't live in the gray areas. Healthy relationships are built on clarity, trust, and the courage to have difficult conversations, not assumptions or avoidance. And I thought that was really, really key for all types of relationships, whether they're friendships, whether they're romantic relationships or business relationships, to be clear about what you want. And there was also reflections on Love Jones, and that also carried an important message, because sometimes the work that changes culture isn't immediately recognized. That film wasn't celebrated at the box office, but years later, it's become a classic because it showed Black love with authenticity, dignity, and humanity. And the real impact of some of these movies isn't always measured in the opening weekends or awards. It's sometimes measured by the lives it touches over decades. And the most moving part of the interview for me was when she reflected on receiving her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and that she remembered being a little girl and walking those streets with her mother and hearing the words, "One day you will have a star here." And that was what once seemed impossible to her, but it eventually became a reality. And that really is a reminder to every dreamer. Today's impossible dream can become your testimony tomorrow if you stay faithful, if you keep working hard, and if you refuse to give up. And finally, her answer to the last question was really, really simple. If God sent her a message today, she believes it would say, "Good job, girl." Not because her life's been perfect, but because she's kept showing up, she's kept growing, she's kept serving, and kept becoming a better version of herself. And I think this is a really great interview. There's so many gems in it. And, if you haven't seen the whole interview, go and watch it, because you do get a lot of gems from these sorts of conversations. And a lot of it was about self-love, as well as caring for others and your family. And that's what I took from the whole interview.
I absolutely agree. So many great points that you brought out. And, like overall, the conversation was amazing. And, there was just a few main things that really, she dug into that I feel as though we all can really apply. She really spoke about the anatomy of public storm, right? Entertainment versus real life. And we know that in industries and even here on social media, the internet and the media in general turns real human trauma into a spectator sport. People aren't just watching, they are literally placing bets sometimes on how long it takes for a person to break. There's this trap of public response, like how the streets always try to pressure a woman, especially a strong Black woman, to immediately come out swinging, messy and loud. But Nia's power was in her stillness. And it must, help us to remember that silence isn't weakness. It's a tactical boundary. And then the concentration of pain. Platforms weaponize someone's worst day for clicks, views, and algorithms. But don't let a temporary internet trend dictate your permanent peace and identity. She also talked about being a mother and protecting the nest when the walls are transparent, meaning when you are in, the limelight, whether you're a celebrity or you're someone who's just, here on these social media platforms. She talks about prioritizing the children over the narrative. When Nia was going through some things and there was a lot of stuff, in the media and the headlines, her focus was on her children. When a mother is in a public storm, she has to build a fortress around her kids because the internet will try to leak that toxicity into your lives. And the double standard of moving on. The world expects public figures to just stop relying on pretty and fix it without acknowledging the deep private work it takes to shield a family from humiliation. Reclaiming the narrative locally. You do not have to win these media or internet arguments. You just have to win the peace inside your own four walls. She also spoke on sitting in the pain versus wearing the mask, the toxic strong woman trope. Nia explicitly spoke against just putting on a brave face. Are you actually healed or are you just heavily performative? The discipline of grief. True royalty understands that you can't bypass the valley to get to the mountain. Sitting with your pain, honestly, is the only way to ensure it doesn't leak onto the innocent people around you later. And the real definition of wealth. True worth isn't your status, your career, or your face. It's your capacity to look at a devastating situation, acknowledge the heartbreak, and say, this hurts, but it still doesn't define me. So the internet typically wants casualty. God wants breakthrough. Some of us are busy trying to prove we're okay to people who don't even care. And we're forgetting to actually get okay for the people who actually care and love us. So y'all, that's just a few of the takes that I took away from the entire conversation. If you have no other comments, Imani, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick song break for us, and then we will come back and get into some of the conversation between Queen Latifah and Angie Martinez.
No, I've got no more comments. That was a fantastic summary from you, as per usual.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And a fantastic summary from you as well. So let's go ahead and take this uplifting song break, y'all. And we will be right back and get into Queen Latifah. All right, y'all. Meet y'all in the chat.
Yeah. Ain't no more quiet now. Nah. Tell him run that back. I said why the truth get froze. Big talks online, but they hearts stay cold. Still fighting for rights that was promised long ago. Ooh. We ain't your silence, we ain't your fear. Every time they shut a door, we appear. From the city to the globe, here the people get loud. You can bury one voice, but you can't stop the crowd. Yeah. I'm from the side where the pressure make diamonds, where mothers pray hard cause the system stay violent. Kids learn trauma before they learn signs. Politicians campaign while communities dying. Look, everybody tweeting, everybody streaming, everybody woke till the camera stop beaming. Truth don't trend when the money intervening. That's why the real ones exhausted and screaming. Big change, fake morals, podium capping. Whole lot of hashtags, ain't nobody action. Trying to sell the vision with celebrity distractions. Meanwhile, rights disappear through strategic reactions. Close schools, close polls, close cases. Still see hate written all on their faces. History repeating, just switching the phrases. Different decades, same games, new stages. And they wonder why the people don't trust. Every headline feel dangerous to us. Every promise turned dust, but we still rise up, 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 rise up. Hands up, head high, 10 toes. They monetize pain while the truth get froze. Big talks online, but their hearts stay cold. Still fighting for rights that was promised long ago. Hey, we ain't your silence, we ain't your fear. Every time they shut a door, we appear. From the city to the globe, here the people get loud. You could bury one voice, but you can't stop the crowd. Yeah. Now everybody playing God with the algorithms, programming narratives and calling it the system. Who decides truth? Who decides wisdom? If the future artificial, who protect the children? Too much rage in the timeline scrolling. Young minds vulnerable, anger overloading. Everybody radical when the fear keep growing and the world stay tense while the missiles stay loaded overseas. War drums, contracts get signed. Oil, power, money always hide behind pride. Poor folks pay while the billionaires glide. And the news turn trauma into primetime vibes. Talk peace with a smirk while the stocks go up. Tell the working class, hold on, but enough is enough. People tired, people broke, people fed up. Still they call us angry every time we stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Listen, it's bigger than left or right, bigger than red or blue. People just wanna live, people just wanna breathe, people just wanna matter. But every generation gotta drag justice uphill, while somebody profits off the chaos. That's the part they don't say out loud. Hands up, head high, 10 toes. True hit harder when the beat line rolls. Can't sell fear to a soul that knows. Power to the people, let the whole world know. We ain't your silence, we ain't your shame. If the people wake up, everything changed. From the city to the globe, hear the whole crowd roar. You can't dim light when the spirit want war. Rise up, even when they try to divide us. Rise up, even when the pressure find us. Yeah. Still here, still loud, still fighting. Love.
All right, y'all. So thanks for rocking with us with that quick little song break there. So we're going to go ahead and get into the second interview and conversation with Queen Latifah and Angie Martinez. So basically, y'all, in this final segment of the interview, which we'll play about 20 minutes of, and we are going to have to end it before we get to the end because I got some plans and Imani has some plans. We got to get ready, child, get ourselves cute and get about here because we got some Saturday plans, y'all. So we'll play the first 20 minutes. But Queen Latifah dives deep into her soul foundation. She speaks with immense emotion about her late mother, Rita Owens, her mama warrior, and her mother's strength laid the blueprint for everything she is today. Latifah transitions into her own current chapter of motherhood, sharing how protecting her child has redefined her entire existence. She explained that she refuses to let the toxic, fast-paced nature of modern media contaminate the clean space she has built for her family. Her final piece of advice centers on the fact that real success means nothing if you do not have a peaceful home and a clear conscience to return to. So before we get into this, Imani, did you have any commentary you want to make before we play?
No, we're starting at because we did 30 minutes yesterday, so we're starting at 30 minutes, yeah?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, let's just get on because you got to get out before I do, but we've both got stuff to do. So yeah, we're gonna just do 20 minutes more, and then we'd advise you to go and watch it because it's a great interview, and Angie Martinez is a great interviewer.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. So let's kick it right off. We'll get into it and we'll meet y'all in the chat.
I don't know. You just, even the little bit that you share now, you seem happy and free about it. You don't seem pressed about it, but you also, I just wonder if there was another side of that. If you ever felt
Definitely
tight.
Oh, no question.
Yeah.
I felt tight from jump. But what I felt was, and I still feel it, people think they know me and they don't. Like, I'm still not the box you think I'm in. Like, whatever you think, you're wrong 9 times out of 10. And that is why I really can't justify all your thoughts, dear public. God bless you. Dear public, I cannot justify all your thoughts about me by either verifying or, I don't need to clarify that because my life is much more rich than whatever you think. My life is way more colorful than all that. You know what I mean? I'm a Pisces. You know what I'm saying? A full-blooded, free-ranging Pisces over here, and I do what I feel. You know what I'm saying? So you may have to live your life like this, and so you're trying to figure out, how does she live her life?
Yeah, they want to know. They want to know.
Oh, you can't even believe it. Whatever you thought, think bigger. You know what I mean? Go further.
Heard you.
You ain't far enough. Yes, that's good. Now go further. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's dangerous, no, it's more dangerous than that. Okay. If you that's who she loved, no, loved more than that. You know what I'm saying? Much more of that, because it's actual real life. And again, I think it comes back to my family and just being around. I mean, it's the reason I never felt uncomfortable being in a room with different races of people. I never felt uncomfortable being around people who had more money. You could be a millionaire, you could be a billionaire. It makes no difference to me. I'm going to speak to you and treat you just like anyone else in the room. It came from my family and what they filled me with before I even stepped into the world at all. So people are people.
But you're comfortable in any room, is what you mean, right? Like, you're comfortable
in most,
in good rooms, in any good room.
In most. And in some places, listen, I'm not perfect. I've gotten burned by people too, but I have to keep moving and I have to get up. I got my heart broke. I still choose to love, I've suffered unbelievable losses of family members. I still have to live because apparently I have to live. I'm still here. Um, I love music. I always will. It's my default. Music is like my default with whatever I do. So if I were hosting this show, I would be playing some music to get me in a mood, to get me in a zone. If it's a scene in a film that I have to cry, I don't have to think of a sad thing anymore. I can put on a Clark Sisters record and the harmonies alone will make me want to cry.
Really?
So I'll be right there. Call action. You know what I mean? And that's a gift.
Wow.
And I received that. And the faith that I have has been my superpower in a lot of ways, because you're right. Those who are not walking around with it, they don't have this like invisible person to talk to like I do.
That's your mom, right?
Okay, whether it's my mom or one of my other relatives, Winky, you the big brother, you better watch out for me. I could curse at him a little bit.
You still talk to him that way?
Yeah. You supposed to be doing this. How come I have to do it? You the oldest.
Do you
It's
talk to him
stupid.
do
It
you
is
talk to him
stupid.
as Winky that was a kid, or do you have an evolved Winky?
I haven't evolved Winky too, because Winky as a kid still checked me as a little sister.
Got it. And
You know
you're
what
like,
I mean?
I
He
ain't-
still checked me on something. So if I catch myself cursing too much, I can hear him say, D, come on, you cursing too much. And I'm like, Dad, how can you make me feel bad from way over there? Then I laugh and we laugh about it.
That's so
It's funny
interesting.
to me. So I like that I don't have those walls of between the realms like some people do. And I'm not trying to be all spacey, but I just having to confront life and death like that at such a young age, from the time my grandfather passed away when I was 7, I felt like we went back to back to back funerals. And so when you lose so many people that you love, you have to deal with the realities that this is a life. But it doesn't, for me, it doesn't end there. You know, I can still feel the energy. I still get the messages and the guidance a little bit to go here, do this, do that. And I know it can't be me because I don't even know that to know it. You know, it might just be a feeling that I get. And so I give it to God.
How are you managing? Be careful how I ask this because I don't want to be too nosy.
I like your thoughtful process.
You like this? Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me over here with it.
Look at me. Looking at what is
I'm talking to one of my ancestors. I'm talking about one of my ancestors up there. No, you know, I'm trying to think of how to ask this without being too nosy, but it's like, you know, you have made a shift, a public shift.
Damn, did I?
You did.
What I do?
Stop. You are a married woman with a child. You do carpets with your wife. I met your wife at the Mary J. Blige concert, by the way. I think I met her briefly before, but I saw her there.
She was going on.
I told her we would come up to the pod. She was like, "Good, get her." No, she didn't say it. Well, maybe she said something like that. She said,
"Good Lord."
It was great. But when you've let people in a little bit, I mean, you went on a stage, the tiniest bit. So I'm not gonna ask about details about none of the intimate home.
Thank you.
I won't. I promise. I won't. But you did go on stage. You shout pride. You clearly are living in your truth and your family and your life.
Pride Day.
Dana,
I can't do just the regular shit.
Stop.
They gotta be looked at deeper. It was the damn Pride Week in LA. I'm sorry.
No, stop.
Talk to me.
You made a choice to do that.
I did.
Yeah. So what about can you talk about that? Like that decision to just make that choice in a woman who's had the career that you've had with the speculation for all those years and the decision to be so private, to make a decision to go, you know what? I'm gonna just say this and leave it right there. Like that's a decision. Like, so what makes you make that decision? And then what does that feel like? I guess is the question.
Have you ever felt a sense of awe when you are in the presence of something so
I was getting a Lifetime Achievement Award and I didn't want to leave out the people who were part of the Lifetime.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's about it.
That was it?
That's it.
Really?
It's really that simple.
It was not more complicated than that?
So not more complicated than that. And it's funny because it's not always that deep.
Some people think that if you don't share, it means you're hiding something. Versus, I'm okay with just not sharing. I guess maybe that's the difference.
I mean, or maybe it's a combination of both.
Yeah.
You know, when I was growing up, you know, or kind of hanging out, people just are, even in this business, people are just so fascinated about people's private lives.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like so fascinated by what you're doing with your private life. Why? Is it because you're curious? Is it because you're intrigued? Is it because you might you'd be surprised?
Mm-hmm. I think also sometimes people want to know how you're navigating.
Listen,
because it's hard for other
personally how I'm navigating, but don't expect, unless it's Angie, I may tell you how I navigate.
Okay.
I mind my business. It's okay to mind your business and handle your business.
Mm-hmm.
I do try to mind my business though.
That's good. Do you really? Yes. Yes.
I do. You know what I mean? Because I realize that a lot of people also like talking about other people's business.
Mm.
And even before it was like all the pages and everything, when it was like literally National Enquirer, people would bring those things to me or bring gossip to people near me or around me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what is the point of this? Why are you telling me this? Like, what do you think you're doing by telling me that you read something about me somewhere? And then I got to look at the person who's bringing me the message. Like, what do you get out of this? Like, do you care about me? Do you see I'm about to go do this and you come put this on me? How do you think I'm going to feel about that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing positive that's going to come from me having this knowledge right now. So really, this is for you. This is not for me. Mm-hmm. So I told everybody around me, don't bring that shit to me. If you read it, you read it. Tell me later. I don't want to hear that shit. Keep it where you at,
mm-hmm.
you know? And so some of it and some of my ability to keep things to myself is me also respecting other people's privacy. I know a lot about a lot of different people, but it's not really my place for me to share their business necessarily, you know, because many of them, like myself, we're all growing up. You know what I mean? We're not perfect. And I make mistakes and other people make mistakes too. When I need to say something about something, I'm clear about it. You know, you step on my toe, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna say ouch. Um, but I don't have to say everything about everything. Like, and I don't need to say everything about my private life because it's my private life and I love the people that are in my life, you know? Or maybe I'm getting cheated on, or maybe I'm getting my heart broken, or maybe I'm down in the dumps, or maybe I'm drinking too much. Like, and maybe I need to deal with me. So what do you want me to tell all y'all that? For what? Let me work on this. Let me go work on this. Let me work on me. And so maybe that's been part of it. Or I talk to the people I know who actually care about me. You know, I don't go to people who are strangers who don't necessarily have my best interests at heart. I talk to the people who actually care about me and try to navigate my life with them. And they also try to do the same with me. And so we need to know we have this circle of protection, this circle of safety, of safe. I don't know what word I'm trying to use, but
yes,
I mean, even with you,
safety,
like there's things I would tell you because we've known each other 1,000 years.
Yeah.
I would feel more comfortable telling you
Yeah.
than I would tell somebody else. Me and you can have a straight up off the record conversation the moment we walk out this door and they're not here.
Well, thank you for trusting me.
And of course, but you know, I know parts of your life. It's none of their business.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but it's
You know
also
parts of mine.
I also understand, and somebody who actually cares about you and respects you. Like I understand. I was literally sitting in the room earlier thinking of.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and take a quick commentary break right here. Oh my God, one of the most excellent parts of this conversation in this interview that holds so true. But Imani, I'm gonna let you go ahead and kick off with it first, and then I'm gonna chime in right after you, girl, because we have these conversations all the time. Go ahead.
Yeah, she talked a lot about maintaining her privacy while she's still got a public life and choosing not to invite the public into every aspect of her family life. Um, she grew up in the spotlight and she knows how to protect her personal space. And, you know, she's not bothered about the assumptions that people make about her. She doesn't need the public's approval. And her family values have shaped her confidence and her self worth. She also talked about being comfortable in every room, regardless of people's wealth or status. You know, her confidence, and this is the confidence that she talked about her mother giving her, and also music healed her from emotional heartbreak. And her faith is a lifelong source of her strength. But the other thing she talked about was uh, dis, choosing to acknowledge her wife publicly, and that was when she was receiving an award. And she had to recognize the people that had helped her to get to where she was during the acceptance speech, and that's why she acknowledged, you know, she brought her wife to the fore because otherwise she had really managed to protect her privacy. The other thing that she said that I thought was hilarious, that she likes to mind her own business. And I think people can take a lot from that. People need to mind their own business more than they're minding other people's, because that's what we get a lot of these days. And she said, privacy isn't secrecy, it's her personal boundary. She lives authentically. She doesn't have to explain everything or every aspect of her life. And she did emphasize that her faith, her family, and her self confidence have allowed her to remain grounded throughout her career. I mean, there's lots of other things that she doesn't listen to gossip and she looks at who brings her the gossip. This is most of this stuff we talk about all the time, you know, and really the explaining yourself to strangers online and look at who brings you the gossip. What is their purpose? Is it really for your good, or is it that they're gloating about something that people are saying about you. That's why she said she doesn't indulge in gossip about other people, because the gossip can soon be about you. It can soon turn on you, and she doesn't revel in other people's misfortunes. I thought it was really great. I mean, that was just a lot of what we talk about every day, what we started talking about at the beginning of this life.
I absolutely agree, right? And yes, that was the biggest part that stood out to me. And like you said, we talk about this every day, literally, right? And we know that, yes, we be on these YouTube streets where, within this sector, and we see how child, nothing is private anymore, even if you desire it to be, and you don't give your, consent for your personal information and business to be shared or spread anywhere on these platforms. This is what is actually leading to a lot of the, we'll say, upper elevated issues that are happening within this platform. A lot of that, and huge talks around, defamation and so on and so forth. We'll move past that. However, one of the biggest things that really stood out that you also touched on as well is she navigates through knowing who you can open up and tell certain things to and who you can't, and also being a person who may receive information or someone may open up and share with them, and being a person who is never going to repeat or share that information with anyone else. She holds it sacred. So having like a friend, or having, even if you want to call it a coworker, or, a sister or a brother, however it is you want to title a person that you're, have made a connection with, when having conversations with one another and talking about things, that is private, and that person is sharing that with you because y'all are close, they can trust you not to repeat it to anybody else, sell it, spread it around for, evil purposes. You have to navigate and learn who those individuals are going to be. And the best way you learn that is from getting burned a few times, right? Learning that everybody you can't share everything with. Because some people, they used to say back in the day, the old school, is some people can't hold water. They can't. And you never know what their intentions are either, right? And even during the times of fallouts and disdain or disagreeing or bumping heads, is that going to be a person that, stoops to a level of pettiness that even when y'all are no longer getting along, or you had a little bit of a fallout, or y'all part ways permanently, now are you going to be afraid that that person is just going to come out and spill all the beans and all the tea about you just because you no longer get along? Or is it a person whose integrity and personality shows you that despite the fact that you may not be friends anymore, you part ways, or you might just had a little bit of a falling out, you're not going to come out and tell people's personal business? And you have to learn individuals that surround you in your camp, in your circle, whatever it may be, in the public, as to which they can be trusted to hold on to, things that you confide in them, or your secrets, right? That's based off of that person's character. And I think that, we are seeing a lot of that happening right now. You know what I mean? The poison of gossip versus the power of silence. Gossip is a low vibrational currency. Latifah's entire brand is built on UNITY, unity and respect. So gossip has become a cheap hustle in the entertainment streets. Okay. People trade other people's business for views, clicks, subscribers, money, but royalty doesn't feast on leftovers of someone else's life. Minding the business that pays you. There is a deep spiritual peace that comes from staying out of rooms you weren't invited into. I'm learning this. I'm not great at it, but I'm learning it. When you spend your time and your energy managing other people's narratives, you deplete the energy needed to build your own empire. Vault etiquette, holding secrets and protecting sacred spaces. Being a vault, not a sieve. A real one knows how to hold a secret. Latifah is basically teaching us and telling us that trust is a premium asset. If someone pours their heart out to you in a vulnerable moment, that information should die with you. Turning someone's private confession into public ammunition is a major strike against your own karma and the weight of what you carry. Recognize that you don't have to be everyone's emotional dumpster. Holding secrets requires discernment. Know what is sacred, trust to protect, and what is toxic clutter you shouldn't even allow into your space in the first place. In auditing the circle, who gets the microphone to your life? Access, control, and tiered sharing. You can love people from a distance, but you don't give everyone a front row seat. Latifah reminds us to know who to share with and how much to give them. Not everyone has the emotional maturity to handle your raw truths and the information diet. If someone proves they have a leaky mouth or a messy spirit, they immediately get put on a strict information diet. You don't feed people data that they can later weaponize against you when the pendulum swings the other way. And so we have been seeing a lot of that. And so I love that she gave us a tidbit of advice, like real royal advice when it comes to managing that and dealing with that, in a healthy way to where no one's getting hurt, no one's feeling betrayed. Sometimes you just have to make the executive decisions to know there's just some people you can't share things with. There's some people you got to love from a distance. And there's some people that you can trust and confide in, and you know that they'll never go anywhere from y'all 2 lips and 4 ears. So that's all I got to say on Natty Money. You have a few more things before we play the second 10 minutes and then wrap this one up?
No, I'm good. Let's just
All right.
wrap. Yeah,
Let's
let's
wrap.
just play the second 10 minutes and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay, here we go.
About, I want to ask about this and I want to ask about this. And then I thought to myself, I think it's really beautiful the way she has navigated her life this long and just given people enough to like stand on your business, stand on your work, stand on your integrity and how you carry yourself, and that you could even have this moment now where you give them just a little, and it's okay. And people are so happy to see it because you're happy because you seem happy. Like from the
I'm trying to be
outside,
happy all the time.
you seem happy, and I
find a
think
lot to be happy
I
about.
think people are happy for you. I think for the most part. I mean, you can't everybody listen. It's a sick world out there with a lot of people who are very unhappy. But I think most people who know you and who have been raised with you and they see you, they're like, yeah, we love to see that. I mean, do you
receive that.
feel that?
I do feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
I do
Like,
feel that. Even if I occasionally, when I get on, I see the comments that people have, and most of the time is always very positive. And I just stick with the positive stuff, and then somebody always goes left out. Like, okay.
But even for you, take you out of the equation. I think about people watching and in the spirit of like real life and learning the lessons of that. It's like you not sharing all of those things. I think lots of women making this mistake now because of social media and because of our need to overshare all the time. And that shit stays with you forever. And then you're walking around with not only trying to figure out, like how you said, am I drinking too much? Am I doing this? Like, that's the shit we all need to be working on.
Yeah.
But all of our stuff is outside because we're looking at other people's things. We're looking at the comments. We're looking at what we should be doing and what our skin should look like and what we should be wearing. And it's like everything is external versus what we're managing inside.
Yeah, we lose a lot of our natural instincts, I think. You know, if we always are looking for validation or even justification, or we're looking for someone else to tell us that we're right. I mean, there's a lot of gaslighting that can happen. I've just seen so much, and I've also, I love smart women. I always have loved smart women. I grew up around a lot of smart women. My freshman year of high school, I went to an all-girls Catholic school in Irvington, New Jersey. I'm still in a group chat with my friends from high school, like my crew. And they are so smart. You know what I mean? And they're mothers and got graduates, and they're going through ups and downs, but I just appreciate, and they have such varied opinions. You know, they have such different opinions. But they all still have to walk their individual paths. And I respect that. You know what I mean? And I think that we need to be okay with walking our path and knowing that we'll come out on the other end of things. Like if I can share some wisdom of my life to let you know that I fell in a hole so deep I couldn't find the bottom of it. And then I was like, help. And somehow I came up out of that. And I was out of it. And I just put one foot in front of the other. Then, and that helps you, then I want you to know that I did go through that. You know what I mean? I want you to know that I've gone through hell and back. And I have a reason to smile, you know? And whenever I get too much in my own head, I start praying. I pray it away. I start saying, hold up, wait a minute. I don't have this. I ain't got it. I don't got it. Listen, I need you to protect my son, protect my family, protect this house. I just go off. And then before you know it, I'm calm. I'm all right, because then I remember I'm not in control of this. I didn't invent this whole thing. There's no way I could control it all, you know? And once I remember that I let go of the wheel a little bit, then I get back to just being me, doing my portion of it, you know, sharing my gifts, you know, saying the things that only Dana Owens will say. It's just it's the truth, you know, it's the truth, because there's so much right now I wish I could control in this world with what we're looking at. But I will do what I can, you know, I will do what I can, and that's what I can do. And I can be content with that. It may not change everything, but you never know. And every little bit will change something. So I try to stay positive and keep a positive attitude, because I just can't give in to negativity. Like I can't wake up every day like somebody gonna die, this gonna happen. No, I don't hear that shit. You know what I mean? Because guess what? Somebody did die. That already happened, and it's gonna happen. And I don't want to live in that space. I want to live in a space that, you know, goes beyond that. Somebody's also gonna take their first steps today. Somebody is also gonna like swim for the first time. You know what I mean? And somebody's gonna save somebody in the swimming pool today. It's not just gonna be a drowning. Like, you are telling those stories. Those stories get a lot of publicity. Tell good stories. You know, you'll find it when you tell good. If you want to find the good, you'll find the good. So I try to find the good, because I need to keep my head above water, and the negative is not gonna do that for me.
Love that. Did you hear a good story today?
Let's see.
I mean, this is a good story. You are a good story.
Angie Martinez came in my dressing room, sat on a giant pillow, and levitated.
I didn't levitate.
She sat in a lotus position. The next thing you know, she floated. And I took a picture of it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look at this picture when I need to get in a good mood. I'm gonna look at you just sitting there, and I'm gonna feel good about something. And I know that picture is gonna come in handy one day.
That might really be a simple key to life, really. Yep. It's like, because right now people are struggling to navigate this. It is a stressful, even myself, man, I be struggling some days
too.
I get scared. I get scared of shit. Like I get scared of myself almost, because I can't fix it. I want to fix things. I want to help. I want to say the right thing. I want to inspire somebody. I want to challenge myself. I want to do all these things. And there's so much going on in the world that it's hard sometimes. And so for me, like you, I try to, hold up.
Yep.
Hold on. Calm your ass down.
There you go.
What can you control today?
Yeah.
What is good today? What you got for me today?
Yeah. Yes.
How you gonna use me today?
Yep.
And let's just get through today.
How about that? You know what I mean? How about just the next 30 minutes? Maybe we going too far with this. Let's just,
right here.
Let's stay right here.
That just is making me think of one time I went to go see you. You were hosting you were doing a show. And I was introducing you. And I think it was your jazz album.
Oh, wow.
And it was here in LA, the outdoor, what's that outdoor?
The Hollywood Bowl.
A Hollywood Bowl. You were doing the Hollywood Bowl. I'm introducing you. Now I am backstage. My hair is like not doing right. I didn't like what I was wearing. So I'm fidgeting. I'm this and that. And she's getting ready to go out to perform and sing in a way that you didn't really sing in front of people before. Right. It's a new thing. I'm rattled because my hair and my outfit's not really hitting right. She's calm as a cucumber. And your demeanor is so calm. And I realize what you're experiencing, what you're expressing, you had it even then. Like you have this kind of like, let me just deal with this moment right here. Let me be who you don't like. I remember looking at you like, she's mad. And this ain't all going right. There were things going wrong. Last minute, people were running in. Oh, the light didn't go off. Hey, I need you to redo this. Hey, and people get scattered. You were kind of like, okay, all right, well, let me get that. Well, like you had this demeanor about you that people could be throwing the damn kitchen sink at you, and you did not seem to be rattled. And I was so inspired by that. No, really, like I was inspired by it because I think that's part of what it takes to be great. Is to be able to weather fucking noise and shit. And still operate at a high level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I absolutely know what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So that was our last portion right there that we're going to be able to play for this live. But we would encourage you to finish the entire interview if you have not seen it already. We enjoy, listening to it with y'all. But we're going to go ahead and do some of our final commentaries on this last segment. Leave y'all with some positive words, end with about per usual. And then y'all, I got to skedaddle because I got to go ahead and get dressed for my outing for today. But Imani, I'll let you go ahead and lead on this one. What's some of the things that stood out to you on this segment right here?
Well, the first thing that stood out was the fact that she was talking about, dangers of oversharing on social media and seeking validation externally rather than seeking it internally is what you should do. She also talked about the importance of real friends and walking your own path. And the other thing that she said that she, prays a lot during difficult times and letting go of things she can't control. But one of the big things she said was looking for hope every day, because she said for every negative story out there, there's a positive story. So if you keep looking for the negative, you're going to find the negative all the time. Try looking for the positive stuff that's happening. And it was really, she was talking about she's got emotional resilience, and she protects her private life and encourages people to focus on their own healing, their own faith, and positive influences rather than constant outside. And it doesn't necessarily have to be public, it can be family, it can be friends that you're seeking validation from. And she has a calmness about her. And I think this is something that people should think about, because people are always looking for other people to validate them, and they really don't need it. They just need to validate themselves and love themselves and think about their own self-worth. I think this is really key about, the way that she just weathers the storms, and she doesn't take on what she doesn't want to, and she rejects the gaslighting and relies on her own instincts about things. That's what I thought and I took from this. And, after we finished, I'll do kind of a final summary on what I thought. She's just, there was just another interview with a lot of great gems in it. And I would advise people to go and watch the whole interview if you haven't seen it. And subscribe to Angie Martinez, because she really is a great interviewer. She just allows people to tell their story and doesn't want to insert herself into everything. That's why she's a great interviewer.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Angie Martinez, right? I love her energy, like you said, when she does the interviews. Um, Much like a lot of others, as far as like Shannon Sharp, Kiki Palmer, you really, it's not an interview. You're sitting down and you're having, a heartfelt conversation with someone that you either have worked with before or you really admire, right? And you've paid attention to how they carry themselves, their body of work and art, and you give genuine love, you give genuine support and praise to one another. It's a mutual exchange and energy that happens on these type of platforms. So shout out to Angie. And I love a swag. I love a swag. I love Queen Latifah swag. These are my girls from New York and New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely do it with a level of style. But something that I wanted to just go ahead and read through for you guys, as we conclude what we seen here and what we can take from this. So, the ultimate takeaway for us all today, and I think it's whether you are punching a clock at just an everyday job, navigating the bright lights of Hollywood, or just surviving on these wild social media streets. When you look at Nia Long and Queen Latifah together, they aren't just giving us celebrity interviews. They are giving us literal blueprints for digital, emotional, and spiritual survival. Nia is teaching us how to protect the nest from the outside storm, and Latifah is showing us how to guard the gates against the inside mess. But the deeper lesson for the collective or the group is this: we have got to stop leading with the negative. We have become a culture that is addicted to the crash. We feast on the downfall, we monetize on the misery, and we highlight the worst moments of human lives just for a temporary buzz. But the true wisdom, the true royalty demands that we change our appetite. We need to start hunting for the positive the same way people hunt for the mess. If you look for the ugly in people, you will always find it. But if you have the maturity to look for the lesson, the growth, and the light, you will elevate the entire room. This is a teaching moment for every single one of us. Stop letting casual, unvetted people into your sacred spaces. Everybody does not deserve an all access pass to your next move, your deepest hurt, or your highest joy. If you give a casual person a microphone to your life, do not be surprised when they turn your private moments into a public circus. Be a vote. Hold yourself to a higher standard. Learn the supreme art of minding the business that actually feeds your soul, builds your family, and secures your future. Remember this and take it deep into your spirit. Discretion isn't hiding. It is a form of high-level protection. Let's guard our words, let's protect our karma, and let's start building each other up instead of waiting around to watch the pendulum swing the hard way. Choose wisdom, family, guard your peace. And so that's just a few things that I wanted to go ahead and read off right there. And Imani, I know you have a few things more you want to share. I'll let you go ahead
Yeah.
and do that now.
Yeah, I mean, these two interviews really remind us that not everything is meant for public consumption. And that means, by public consumption, that even means your family and your friends. They both spoke about protecting their peace and respecting their private life and surrounding themselves with people who genuinely care about them. And this is what we need to do. Surround yourself with people who genuinely care about you. Don't let gossip define your identity. Um, True confidence comes from within, not from comment sections, not from headlines, not from public opinion, not from gossip, not from strangers on a platform who don't know you. And they both echoed the same message in a different way, because Nia spoke about healing, about choosing purpose over appearance, about embracing every season of life, and about understanding that character will always outlast beauty. She also reminded us that no matter how successful we become, kindness, humility, and authenticity are what people remember. And I'd just like to say and echo what Golden said. Life is too short to stay locked in bitterness, feuds, and permanent disagreement. conflict happens from time to time, and that's a part of life. People will disagree, opinions will differ, but disagreement doesn't have to become our identity, and conflict doesn't have to become our career. Let's look at these two women. They built, they created, and they forgave where they can. And when they couldn't agree with people, they simply chose peace and kept it pushing. You know, we don't have to live in a constant cycle of anger, resentment, surveillance. And that doesn't just affect the people being talked about. It robs us of time and energy that we could be investing in our own growth, our families, and our dreams. So let's just try and have hopeful conversations, think about positive things, and just keep moving and stay blessed.
Well said, Imani. Well said. And we can feel the love and the energy. And I hope y'all can feel it too, y'all. I really, really do. Because that's what we're seeking out to give and continue to bring to this channel and this platform. And we will do it. And I'm telling you, despite how much negativity tries to fight us back and overcome us, we will keep fighting back harder for love, peace, light, and positivity. And so my final thing I want to say, y'all, before we go ahead and we drop the beat on this little ending bop, we just want to wrap you all in pure love. Thank you for riding with us. Thank you for choosing peace and bringing your beautiful energy into this space today and every other day that you come. We really appreciate your presence. We want you to remember who you are. Guard your joy with everything you got and go love on your families this weekend. We love y'all deeper than words can say. And Imani, you got something before we go with
Yeah,
this spot?
I just want to read a couple of verses from 1 Corinthians 13. It's verses 4 to 5. And it's really simply this whole 1 Corinthians 13 is about love. It says, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it doesn't dishonor others, it's not self seeking, and it's not easily angered, and it keeps no records of wrongs. Now, I know I don't almost always manage to live by that verse, but let's try today to show people a little love and kindness where we can. It's not always easy, but let's just try.
Thank you so much for that, Imani. So everybody who came to join us on these lives, and this was a little 3-part series, y'all. We really appreciate you returning each time. We appreciate all the time that you take out of your day in your life to come and kick and rock with us for however long shall we be here running the lips. And whether you engage with us in the chat or you just like to lay back in the cut and listen, we can feel your presence from there as well. And we appreciate each and every one of you. This is a beautiful Saturday. I hope you guys go on to have a beautiful rest of this Saturday with your friends and family. And hopefully the weather is good too. Have you something good to eat, have you some laughs, and really live life to its fullest, y'all, with love, light, peace. And so we're going to end it with a bop per usual. I'm going to pick something that's got a little bit of an upbeat on the way out today, y'all, because I feel like turning up a little bit. But thank y'all so much for your presence. For real, for real. It really means a lot to us. And, we'll be back, y'all, tomorrow. We got some more stuff we got to talk about. We got more history coming up. We got more politics coming up. And some cool stuff that's going to be really interesting and tasty to watch. So y'all keep rocking with us. We'll do a little bit of it all. We got new segments coming up as well, too. We're going to get back into our game night. So, we're going to live our lives, y'all, and we're going to have fun while doing it. We don't have to let negativity and darkness consume us all the time. And so that is literally all I got, y'all. I got to go ahead and get my dress up so I can get up out of here, y'all, and go out with my boo. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off if you don't have anything more to say, Imani.
No, just have a great weekend. And yeah, stay blessed. Have a great time.
And you know me and you a chit chat little girl. But everybody else, have a wonderful rest of the weekend. We really, really love y'all. Thanks so much. Let's end it with a bop, y'all. Golden and Imani out. Bye.
Yeah. Internet got everybody acting now. Everybody realtor receipts pop out. Ooh. Whole time, half these wars got sponsorships attached. Facts. Ding. Came in humble, peeping vibes first. Everybody got a story who rehearsed worse. One live say villain, next string queen. Whole timeline living off clips and memes. Clock it, screenshot, checkers, crop context in. Turn pain into profit, monetize. Spinning if you say, let me hear both sides. Now they looking funny cause you think with your mind. Girl, bye. Whole sector built off selective outrage. Fake tears, fake growth, fake healing stages. Everybody reach peace to the view. Drop low, then another fake fallout for the next show. Whole time, fat. I don't move with minds, I observe first. Cause loud opinions don't decide what truth worth. Every villain ain't evil in disguise. Every angel ain't honest behind lies. Preach. I stand on business, not delusion. Half these friendships, strategic fusion. Views go up when the fake beef fly. Then they backstage laughing after live stream night. Facts. Stand on business, tip toes planted. Everybody tough when attention granted. Wrong is wrong, right is right. Truth don't switch, cause emotions Some people don't want peace, they want leverage. Your platform, your audience, your presence. Soon as you distance yourself and move wise. Now they online remixing history with lies. Funny how boundaries reveal folks quick. Toxic people panic when they losing their grip. 1 week, enemies next week, friends again. Y'all don't got drama, y'all got marketing plans. Clicks, downloads, chats, reaction views. You become optional when money involved too. Everybody scream real to reality's thing. Then honesty suddenly offensive again. That part. I just see clearer now. Some people love chaos more than connection. Some people only loyal when they need protection. I stand on business, solid pressure. Can't buy integrity with views or extras. Everybody asking for digital consumption. Whole lot of chaos for online discussion. Facts. Stand on business, no pretending. Truth stay truth when the trending in. And I won't fall just to fit online. Cause truth don't pick sides. Truth survive. Truth survive. Survive. Truth survive. Survive. Truth survive. 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 A lot of these friendships transactional. A lot of this outrage profitable. Truth survive. Truth survive. Truth survive. Don't make eye contact. I move like truth in a crowded room, unnoticed, until it's too late. Snap, snap. File 1, hypocrisy. File 2, projection. File 3, denial. Let's open the case. Let's open the case. Look in the mirror, don't dodge that truth. All that preaching, but your hands stay loose. Talk accountability till it points at you. Then it's silence when the receipts come through. Karma, don't forget no names. Every screenshot still plays the game. You throw dirt, but you stay the same. I just let facts do all the flame. Yeah, I seen the shift when the narrative flip. Same voices loud, but they edited clips. Talking moral high ground with a shaky grip. Why they hide their own past in a broken zip? I don't need opinions, I read between lines. Watch how they switch when the pressure aligns. One day love, next day they sign on a pylon wave just to feel the line. But I came from blocks where the real don't fold, where you stand on truth even when it gets cold. Y'all build on hype, I build on soul. Then watch the whole story unfold. Yeah, I see it. Don't act holy now. Record scratch, click, 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 click. Look in the mirror, don't dodge that truth. All that preaching, but your hands stay loose. Talk accountability till it points at you. Then it's silence when the receipts come through. Karma, don't forget no names. Every screenshot still plays the game. You throw dirt, but you stay the same. I just let facts do all the flame. Now let's talk energy, let's talk intent. How every movement got the angle is spent. One voice sparked it, then the mob gets sent. But nobody asked where the truth really went. Funny how justice only loud when it's safe, but goes real quiet when it's their own case. I don't chase clout, I don't need that space. I let silence expose what they erase. You can't build real off fake outrage. Can't write truth from a scripted page. Calm us patient, don't rush that stage. But when it lands, it clears the cage. File closed. But the mirror still open. Snap. They don't know her like I do. Nah. Golden. She moved through the city with her hair held high. Pretty brown skin with a storm inside. Everybody see the glow, they don't know the pressure. Smile so warm, but her heart no weather. Late nights riding while the skyline blurred. Trying not to cry when the memories occurred. Had to learn fast, everybody ain't loyal. Some people love you long as they control you. Now she move careful, energy expensive. Too many fake vibes hiding in the friendship. Used to give love with her hands wide open. Now every scar got the whole vibe frozen. They don't know her like I. No, they don't know. She goes by golden, soft voice, deep soul, hope or glowing. She goes by golden. City lights dancing with her heart stay open. Long dark roads, but she still stay focused. Everybody watching, but they don't really know her. Too much grace with the games they throwing. Real love, rare, so spirits they guarded. Beautiful soul, but the pain left marks in it. Mirror tell the truth when the lights go dim. All the things she carry weight heavy within. She survived nights she don't even speak on. Still finding peace for the whole world ain't wrong. Funny how the love disappear when you're healing. Funny how the fate come around when you win. Now she trusts God more than people intend. Just cause smiles hot and being hidden in the deep. She's still soft-hearted but she way less naive. Can't keep pouring love where there's nothing received. Still dancing slow through the hurt and confusion. Trying not to lose herself chasing illusions. She survived the fire. Still glowing through the smoke. Still still dangerous. Still chosen. She goes back golden. Slow so deep made the whole room notice. Heavy lies couldn't break what was chosen. Still standing tall while the whole world folding. She goes back golden. Heartbreak turned to pens in the matter. Now the tears got rhythm when she's singing. And they still don't know her like that. They still don't know her like that. Spend so much time looking for love. city cried, when the tears dried, we still got